trap game tonight at Scott Stadium. The crowd still filling in. It will be rocking prime time. The Seminoles of Florida State come to Virginia to meet the Cavaliers as we welcome you to the Rocket Money Kickoff. The Hoos, they have all-time won 6 games against the top 10. 5 of those times they have won in this building. Twice it's been against Florida State. Bob Wischusen here with Louis Riddick. Chris Button will join us in just a moment. Is it a trap game tonight for Florida State with what's looming next week?
Yeah, it sure could be. Look, this is a measuring stick game for Florida State and Virginia. For Florida State, it's about, have they really turned the corner now off of a miserable 2024? They have the right mix here for 2025. And for Virginia, they want to see where they stack up in the ACC and in the national picture overall. Have they got this program where it needs to be? We'll find out shortly.
Well, we need to take a look at the Rocket Money Spotlight on Florida State because 13-0 a couple of years ago in the regular season. 5th, though, in the final playoff rankings. When they had Jordan Travis, it looked like they might win a national championship, end up getting trounced in the Orange Bowl for Georgia. And speaking of embarrassment, that was last season, dropping to 2-10 overall. Mike Norvell knew he had to hit the reset button, and he certainly has. Unranked in the preseason, but a win over Alabama does wonders. They began the season that way. They have won their first 3. The road test tonight in the ACC. But how did they flip this script so quickly?
But they really needed an infusion of leadership from top to bottom. And they started by doing it with 23 transfers. 12 of them become starters, bringing in a nice class of 25 true freshmen. And then you have 6 assistants, namely offensive coordinator Gus Malzahn, who's a wizard, and defensive coordinator Tony White comes over from Nebraska. He is going to be a head coach here very soon. It's about competitive character. It's about taking ownership. They need to do that here tonight and move on with their season.
And they will be tested tonight by this Virginia team, Chris Button.
Yeah, the stage is set for a good one tonight. The first time in the Tony Elliott era that a top 10 team comes to town. He knows the moment that is in front of them. So Wednesday after practice, he met with the team. He said, raise your hand if you've ever played a top 10 opponent. Only a handful had. So his message was this: when you mess up, it's trying to beat Florida State to beat Florida State. What does that mean? You're not trying to play the logo. Don't come out in pregame warm-ups and be all hype if that's not who you are. It's about discipline and not getting caught up in the moment, Bob.
This moment will test both teams, no question about it. We thank you for watching the Rocket Money Kickoff. Speaking of kickoff, it's next from Charlottesville.
Midfield, tonight's captain for Florida State, 0, Earl Little Jr., 0, Tish Robinson, 51, Luke Paybo, and number 6, Bill Jackson Jr. For Virginia, number 7, Jamal Edrick, number 17, Mitchell Melton, 0, Sage Head, and 0, Antonio Farrell. Now here's tonight's referee for our opening coach toss.
Welcome to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Ram Trucks. You're watching the ACC on ESPN. Just about set for kickoff. Bob Wischusen alongside Lewis Riddick. Chris Budden is with us as well here at Scott Stadium in Charlottesville. Lou, how important is this game tonight for both of these teams? This, our playoff predictor metric. This is to reach the ACC championship game, which means you're on the doorstep of the college football playoff with a win. Both of these teams just about become a coin flip to make the championship game based on who wins tonight's game.
Yeah, there's a whole lot to gain for Virginia. As you see there, there's a whole lot to put at risk here for Florida State. Can they not look ahead to next week when they have a big showdown coming? They better take care of business tonight.
Cam Ross, a very dangerous return man. Won't get a chance here, though, as every kickoff this season has been a touchback so far for Florida State. The strong leg of Jake Weinberg puts it through the back of the end zone. And now Chandler Morris, who threw an interception on the last drive at NC State in a 4-point loss. He throws a touchdown pass right there. This is an undefeated Virginia team potentially coming into tonight. He's had a very good start to the year.
Yeah, he's a guy who hasn't gotten a lot of national recognition, but I can assure you this young man can throw the football. He's athletic outside the pocket. He's got full command of this offense. They've adapted it to him. He'll have a very stiff test here tonight against this FSU defense.
Fourth consecutive year that Chandler Morris has opened up as a starting quarterback for a program at the FBS level. And Jamari Taylor, the first handoff, a former walk-on at North Carolina Central at the FCS level. He's now the bell cow running back for UVA.
Yeah, he is a heck of a running back. Great contact balance, low center of gravity, breaks a lot of tackles, real good in pass protection. They love him here.
He takes it again, finds a crease, and has a first down. Dives for about 8 more, 9 possibly. Finally, Earl Little brought down Jamari Taylor, who has really become a terrific story for the Hoos.
This revamped offensive line for Virginia. They've had some injuries. We'll get into it as the game progresses. They lost some of the guys who they were counting on, but they are right now battling this huge defensive front for Florida State.
Morris rolls out to the sideline, and cradling the ball is Jamal Edrin. Another first down for Virginia.
Virginia, you're going to see here tonight, they have got some guys that can really go on the outside. Jamal Edrin, 6'3", 221. Trell Harris, number 11. Keep your eye on him. He's the big playmaker.
Into the wash for about 2 goes Jamari Taylor. You said you like the body type differences of these Virginia wideouts, right? They all seem to fit a specific role.
That's one of the things that the great Nick Saban always talks about as far as how you comprise your wide receiver room. You want guys who are high risers on the outside, quick guys who can work in the slot, really get matchups that you like, and guys who can just burn down the field. They've got all 3 of those, and I think you'll see all of them, and we'll talk about all of them as this night goes along.
Play action. Pumping once is Morris on the move. He's going to try to get to the sideline, and he is out of bounds. He might have lost a yard or 2. Ashlyn Barker bumped him out. So now it will be 3rd down and a long 9 close to 10 for Virginia.
I think Chandler Morris was expecting someone in that intermediate zone to come across the field. You saw him pump and pull the ball down as you took a look there at head coach Tony Elliott. Now a 3rd and long situation. Florida State's got some people that they can unleash now. They have some real good backers, have a lot of athleticism that they'll send from time to time.
Blitz coming on 3rd and 10. Morris, back shoulder to the sideline. Incomplete, threw it behind Jaden Thomas. So it'll be a plus territory punt for Virginia as Jabril Rawls was there, and Florida State gets the defensive stop.
If you're Virginia right now, you just want to play the field position game. See if you can pin this explosive Florida State offense deep in its own territory. As we get to take a look now at Tommy Castellanos, one of the most explosive players in all of college football.
Elijah Slibeck's going to try and pin Florida State as deep as he can. Squirrel White had been out. He returns off the injured list tonight. And he'll move up and call for a fair catch here all the way out close to the 20-yard line. So that's pretty good field position on the exchange for the Noles. And boy, does Tommy Castellanos, transferring from Boston College, at one point played at UCF for Gus Malzahn. They are now reunited in Tallahassee, and he seems to fit this team and this offense perfectly.
But we talk about fit all the time, as you just mentioned, with quarterbacks in the places that they're playing with, and in particular with their play callers. Tommy Castellanos reveres Gus Malzahn, looks at him like he's a father figure. He feels as though Gus always puts them in the right position, always knows what the defense is going to do. Let's see what they got.
Gavin Sawchuk empties the backfield for the quarterback run. And Castellanos is tripped up after a gain of 3. James Jackson made the stop.
You're familiar with Gus Malzahn and how he likes to play offense. He likes to play it at warp speed.
They continue up tempo, and here's Sawchuk. Across the 30, tough to bring down. Just about every member of the Virginia defense eventually going for a piggyback ride. Underneath Gavin Sawchuk, Kazim Moore, James Jackson, the two to arrive first, but they needed help, a gain of 13.
This offensive line for Florida State is huge. Just thinking about on the edges at tackle, Gunnar Hansen 325, Micah Pettis 349. They will just lean on you for 3.5, 4 hours. You've got to withstand it. You've got to shut this running game down somehow.
Castellanos, tip ball, incomplete. Fisher K-Mac on the rush. He was trying to hit Deuce Robinson on the slant. Robinson was open, but K-Mac said no.
Well, you're going to see Fisher K-Mac right here. He goes 6'7". When you're going against a quarterback like Castellanos, who's just 5'11", maybe 5'10", you just got to get your hands up. If you can't get the pass rush, you got to block his throwing lanes, make it difficult for him to find open receivers downfield.
4-man rush. There goes Castellanos. It'll be 3rd down. Another tackle, that time for K-Mac. 3rd down and a long 4, close to 5 for FSU.
That's a heck of a job by Fisher K-Mac, who goes 6'7", 250 to get Castellanos down in the open field. As is always the case, these are the money downs right here. You've got to keep Tommy in the pocket. Don't let him get outside and create if you're Virginia. And if you're Florida State, just keep protection, let Tommy survey the field.
They bring a blitz. Castellanos burns them to the outside to Deuce Robinson. 1st down, Knowles. And there's a flag down on the far side of the field as well. It'll be offensive pass interference. It looks like they'll get Deuce Robinson for pushing off.
Pass interference. Offense. Number 0. 15-yard penalty. 3rd down.
You'll see, you take a look at it here. You see Deuce Robinson. He's going to get his hands extended when he's coming out of that route. Really, he doesn't even necessarily have to do that. He has the size advantage at 6'6", 223 over Donovan Platt, the corner that he was going against, who's just 5'11". But this is where Virginia wants to keep Florida State. They want to make Tommy Castellanos have to beat them with his arm, and they got to get pressure on him.
They rush 4. Castellanos checks one down underneath, but Sawchuk had to dive just to make that catch. So it will be a Florida State punt, and Virginia about to get the ball back.
A little bit of a feeling out process for both offenses, both defenses. Gather some intel, kind of settle in here, and now the game can begin.
Max Cimento hasn't punted in back-to-back games. The first time that Florida State fans have seen the punt group on the field since the Alabama opener. I guess that's what happens when you're winning games 77-3. Fair catch by Cam Ross. A fun start here at Charlottesville. We are back at Scott Stadium with Lewis's keys.
Yeah, for Florida State, for the offense, it's about the sides up front. They have to dominate the line of scrimmage and make sure this running game gets going. Defense, eliminate the big pass plays. Virginia can absolutely burn you deep down the field. For Virginia, offensively, the run game and the play-action game have to be featured. They have to go hand in hand. And defensively, keep Tommy Castellanos in the pocket. Don't let him get loose, because when he gets loose, it all starts to go downhill for the opponent.
Only a three-man rush. Morris checks it down. Dakota Twitty. He's got 6 yards.
Your head coach, Tony Elliott of Virginia, that's what you want. That's +4, +5 yard first down gains. Now you're sitting at 2nd and 5. Now it opens up the playbook for you.
They fake the inside handoff and swing one out trying to get Cam Ross a touch. But he stumbles and loses a couple of yards. Well, Chris Budden, you were noticing a different Florida State defensive sideline than we saw last year when we had them?
Yeah, Mike Norvell was very honest about the leadership that he demanded on this team, specifically on the defensive line. When we had them last year, we were very quiet. Guys stepping up, Daryl Jackson yelling at each other in a positive way, slamming iPads, constantly motivating each other while they were on the sideline before coming out here.
And Tony White certainly has infused some of that as the new defensive coordinator as well. And they have forced 3rd down and 7. Clean pocket, but well short of the first down. Squeezing one into a tight window was Chandler Morris. But Florida State did a really good job of guarding the sticks and just gave no room to Jamal Edrin. So it will be a punt for the 2nd consecutive possession to begin for Virginia.
And Tony White, the defensive coordinator from Florida State, who you mentioned is a superstar. If you take a look at Tony Elliott, the head coach from Virginia, and he knows explosive plays is what Virginia has really featured. Just think of that game last week against Stanford, throwing the football all over the yard, down the field. They got to make sure that doesn't happen here tonight.
Squirrel White hoping for a return. Makes the first couple of guys miss. Squirrel White gets loose. He was overrun by the first couple of players for Virginia and ended up returning it for 24 yards. Great field position for the Noles.
ESPN College Football Primetime is presented by RAM, official sponsor of the College Football Playoff, and in part by USAA, proudly serving the military community and their families.
Here's the women's lacrosse team at Virginia getting their first peek at their brand new locker room inside the brand new Harrison Family Olympic Sports Center, just opened here at Virginia. $75 million project. It's 138,000 square feet in total, and it has that new car smell, Lewis. It is impressive. My son Jimmy's a runner here. He took me into their cross-country locker room, all the pictures of the kids up on the lockers, and they're still unwrapping brand new pieces of furniture in there, but all the Olympic sports here at Virginia now have a brand new home.
Yeah, everything is on the rise here. A lot of expectations, a lot of hope, including this game here tonight against the number 8 team in the country.
A great field position here for Florida State. Castellanos, tunnel screen. Makai Danzy, he's a track star in his own right. Flag out as he was not able to flash his speed there. I'll have to check the penalty marker.
Makai Danzy, track star.
This guy block in the bag. Offense, number 51. 3-yard penalty. First down.
On the center, Luke Pettibone. Again, another one of these transfers. You're going to see him right here. A guy who they consider to be the hub of this revamped offensive line that has so much experience. You're going to see it. He just can't quite get position. On safety, Devin Neal winds up hitting him in the back. A couple self-inflicted wounds so far early here for Florida State, putting them in long down and distance situations.
They run it right behind Pettibone. And up the middle goes Sawchuk. Lost the football. It is loose. There's a pile up for it. Virginia thinks they have it. Well, the officials did not signal that Sawchuk was down. It looked like Anthony Britton popped it free, and Virginia's got a takeaway.
You're going to see 55 Britton. You see that left hand just coming in there, just keeps probing for the ball, and as he's going to the ground, no knee on the ground. Nothing has touched the ground. It's that that ball may have started to move.
And Fisher K-Mac was the last out of the pile with the football. Micah Pettis, the right tackle, trying to explain to Mike Norvell what he thought happened, but watch 55, Anthony Britton rip the ball out.
Recovered by the defense, and it's under further review.
It's hard to get a real clean look at it to see if that ball is actually coming out.
Now, we have the best thing in college football again on our show tonight, because the ACC allows us to eavesdrop on the collaborative replay process. We'll listen in to the operations center as they review this turnover.
All right, guys, it's Nate. I'm up. Ruling on the field is a fumble. Recovered by the defense. We have a clear recovery by the defense.
Thank you, Nate. I'm showing you coach's end zone. You see the ball is loose there. And there's nothing that will show his...
Nothing with the body part down.
So his elbows are up and his knees are up at this point.
Yep.
Nothing
from TV.
So
we're just trying to get everything that's coming in from TV.
Yep.
Copy that.
Nothing else is coming.
Nothing else is coming.
Nothing else.
So as of this point, we have nothing to be able to overturn this, and I believe the only question I'm trying to identify is his left elbow.
I like the low coming from the back mark for the elbow. That's the best.
Yep. And then I think that's 55. So right now, the ruling on the field is upheld. Are we all in agreement?
Replay C is a slow-mo of the hand of the. There's a look at the ball.
And has TV?
Replay C. Replay C.
Send us everything.
Replay C.
Okay.
Steve, replay C.
Oh, replay C.
Take a look at him coming through the middle here, the runner.
One more look coming.
Okay, that's.
In-house Delta.
In-house.
And Delta's an in-house also coming in now.
Okay.
I like upheld, Mark.
Yeah,
like
I agree. I'm just looking at this one right here. Ruling on the field is upheld. I agree.
Yes, we're good.
All right,
guys.
Upheld, thanks.
Nate Black, our referee, about to tell the crowd here what you know.
The ruling on the field is upheld. It's first down, Virginia.
So our thanks again to the ACC Operations Center, Nate Black, the referee, allowing us to eavesdrop on that conversation. And it is Virginia ball at the 38-yard line of Florida State.
That's exactly what Tony Elliott needs for his football team now. Sudden change situation plus territory. Defense is always coached. Be alert for the shot up top. Who is the home run hitter? Could it be a play action type of pass? You got to be alert for it.
They'll run it with Jamari Taylor. He grinds out 3 yards. Jamari Taylor, when he was at North Carolina Central at the FCS level, went to a walk-on tryout and made the team and ended up becoming a top 10 rusher in school history. And now he's the lead running back for a team in a Power 4 conference.
And they absolutely love him here. They feel as though he exemplifies everything you look for in an every down back, a bell cow type of guy. Can pass protect, run between the tackles, outside the tackles, catch the ball. He can do it all.
Give it to him again. And he is swallowed up after a gain of a couple. You know, Des Kitchings, the offensive coordinator for Florida State, with flags thrown late. Pardon me, the offensive coordinator for Virginia was funny talking about Jamari Taylor. We have to check this penalty marker, though. Thrown in the middle of that pileup. Seemed like well after the play was over.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, 0. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
So Earl Little, who is probably as emblematic of the rebound culturally of this defense as any player for Florida State, is guilty of the personal foul.
Like he was the one that Mike Norvell told us when he hired Tony White. He thought that Earl Little would benefit from the scheme that Tony White was going to put into play, and he absolutely has been the heart and soul so far this year.
Morris to throw. He's got a one-on-one in the end zone. Incomplete. Tried to find Trell Harris. Jerry Wilson in perfect position coverage-wise.
You're going to see Earl Little here. You're going to see some hand fighting going on in there. He came flying into that play late, but I can promise you this, he will make some plays for this defense tonight. And you saw there on the last play, they tried to get the double move to Trell Harris. He is the big play guy on the outside for Virginia. And they will try to get the ball to him here again.
Three-man rush. On the left flat. And he is planted. A form tackle from Elijah Herring. Jabril Rawls there as well. So, a red zone third down coming here for Virginia.
Florida State does a great job. As you see here, the red zone statistics for Virginia's offense. 58% TD percentage. Ideally, you want to be able to run the football down here. The throwing windows are just so tight, especially with the way Florida State deploys their secondary.
They're going to run it with Taylor. Nice cut. And he's got the first down. Earl Little tripped him up, but he picked up 6. And it's goal to go for Virginia.
I mean, how about that jump cut from Jamari Taylor? I mean, he is going full speed and just gets it lateral and gets it back upfield. Nice run.
And their offense goes full speed. Full speed looking for the pylon and meeting a wall of Garnett White at about the 5-yard line was Taylor. Jabril Rawls. Well, that is... He looked more like a safety than a corner there.
Yeah, there's just so much speed at the second and third level of this Florida State defense. They're going to make you work for everything. You're going to have to earn it.
Morris to throw. Into the end zone. He's got a man for a touchdown. Sage Ennis, the tight end, settled down at the goal line. And Virginia's got the lead.
One of the things you're going to look at, you're going to watch Sage, is watch him just settle right here at the line of scrimmage, but watch the back secondary players. Look how deep they are in the end zone. One thing you're always taught when you're playing pass defense down on the goal line in the red area is defend the goal line. All they have to do is break the plane. You drop into the end zone, people can just spot up just 1 foot beyond the end zone, right on the end zone line, and it's a touchdown. You have to be smarter than that and make sure you defend the goal line.
Now, Lewis, we showed the red zone touchdown percentage, not great for Virginia, but when they get it goal to go, this is the 15th time they've had a first down inside the 10-yard line. 13 of the 15 have been touchdowns.
Not too bad.
The lost fumble by Florida State costs them a touchdown. Add in 3 penalties for 40 total yards, including the Earl Little personal foul on that drive, Lewis. And the Noles, they've hurt themselves here in the early going.
Yeah, they have to keep their composure. You cannot have those disciplined type of fouls and give this Virginia offense more cracks at it. This team is explosive now. They've already shown you that, and they're resourceful.
Tomorrow on SEC on ABC, college football triple header. We'll start with Notre Dame, Arkansas at noon Eastern, followed by LSU and Ole Miss, and then Georgia, Alabama. The night capped off on ESPN as well, with Colorado hosting BYU. All of these games available on the all-new ESPN app as well. So now Tommy Castellanos will try and respond.
This is a little bit of unfamiliar territory for Florida State in this young football season. We talked about it in the open, the competitive character, the desire to compete, the desire to handle, and the ability to handle adversity. They got some of it here early on. Let's see how this football team responds.
Play action for Castellanos, delayed blitz. He's got a one-on-one, and a drop ball. Was that a catch turning upfield by Danzy, and another giveaway? I think they'll call this catch fumble, and they will. Devin Neal recovered the giveaway by Danzy.
See Makai Danzy See, the defensive backs are going to give him a ton of speed. He has a ton of space. He has world-class speed. He turns up, makes a football move. Looks like he had possession of the ball, just drops it. Just trying to put the ball away.
And Lewis, you said the key words, 2 feet on the ground with complete control and becoming a runner, right? Making a football move. We've got Matt Austin, our officiating expert. And Matt, it looks like this was quickly confirmed. Let's see.
I think they're still looking at it.
Yeah,
I don't like this.
To take a look.
Yeah, I don't like this as a catch. He's trying to turn. Looks like he has firm control. As he turns upfield, the ball comes loose immediately. I don't think he had time enough to make a true football move. I think this should be overruled to an incomplete pass.
Interesting. Let's see if that's echoed by the operations center as we listen in.
Fumble recovered by the defense. Jake had firm control, possession, and a football move.
Right.
Okay.
It's really on the field.
All right, Nate, we're showing you the high right end zone. I'm going to play full speed.
Keep working through D. D doesn't help us. D and A are the same.
Really get full control of it when he's trying to make that turn.
I like that look. Can we see where he tries to? Can we see once he's making contact with the ball a little slower?
Yep.
I got nothing else coming in.
So if you go high right end zone, you'll see that ball coming out.
Yeah, that's what we're on right now.
And we want to play this in live time.
Yep.
And on this one, I'm good to go incomplete. Everybody's in agreement.
I'm in agreement, yes.
I like it. No firm control here, right, guys?
Control, yeah.
So we're going to go second down, 25-yard line.
25, yeah.
And then we're going to be on #2.
All right, I'm good.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. After further review, the ruling is an incomplete pass. Second down.
That was as close as could be, but Matt Austin ends up being right.
Yeah, he was. And I'll tell you, look, that was close. That was real close. I mean, what is your interpretation of a football move? Or rather, what's your definition of a football move? And I think that's what Tony Elliott is probably sitting there thinking right now. What a heck of a turnover that would have been for his team.
You know, about 15 years ago, I was part of an ESPN group that went to the replay officials off-season conference. And it was all the replay officials from all over the country gathering, and they did a whole series of plays and had them all with a clicker vote. And there were plenty of plays that were 60-40, 70-30. So sometimes it just matters the interpretation of those that are in the booth and those in the operations center as Gavin Sawchuk blasts for 11 and a first down as Makai Ganzi. New life for Florida State as the fumble was overruled. Sawchuk again to the 39-yard line.
We talked about the size and the experience of this Florida State offensive line and just the power that Gavin Sawchuk runs with. And offensive coordinator Gus Malzahn just going back to the well, going back to what they do best. Just lean on you up front, rotate these backs through there, get Tommy Castellanos out on the perimeter. There you see Gus on your screen. Virginia's going to have an answer for this run game.
Castellanos, soft play action on the slant to Deuce Robinson. First down to midfield.
And there you see the RPO game. The linebackers just flying upfield to try and slow down this run game, and there comes the slant window right behind it. Tommy reads it perfectly. Easy throw and catch.
Sawchuk into plus territory.
You know, eventually, Bob, the shot over top is coming. You see these safeties starting to creep down more and more. It gets tiring hitting guys like Gavin Sawchuk when they have a full head of speed. You don't want to keep doing that all game long. But guys up in the booth probably telling Gus Malzahn, hey, the shot over top here eventually is going to come. Look at how these safeties are playing, how shallow they are.
Keziah Holmes had been out recently for Florida State. He is back, and he is in the backfield. Play action. Castellanos floats one to the sideline and overthrows LaWayne McCoy. Donovan Platt, the Army transfer, running in coverage.
You see the separation between the second and third level, meaning behind the linebackers in front of the safeties. Just look at the windows that are open. Tommy can't get a great look at it and put it where he needs to, but the windows are there. Virginia is respecting the speed that Florida State has on the perimeter.
Third down and 9. Virginia shows blitz. Castellanos sees it. Play clock at 3. Play clock down to 1. It looked like there were a couple of players that started early. A flag is down on the far side of the field. The catch made by Deuce Robinson for what would be a first down.
Offside. Defense. That penalty's decline. Result of play. First down.
So it's a gain of 12 and a 3rd down and 9 conversion for Mike Norvell's offense.
That was transfer Mitchell Melton, number 17, from his left defensive end spot, trying to get a jump on it, trying to see if he can get that corner turned on big Micah Pettis, the right tackle for Florida State. Just a little bit too antsy. Got to sit in there.
First carry of the night for Keziah Holmes. And he bowls his way down to the 20-yard line. 17 yards right through the heart of the Virginia defense.
Virginia playing with a too-high safety look. The box is light. Florida State running the football as they should.
Holmes again finds another big lane. Inside the 10-yard line down to the 5. First and goal, Florida State. Jason Prevard saved the touchdown.
See what this tempo does. It forces you to communicate quickly. Virginia late getting lined up. Gap control gets compromised. Florida State will find your weak spots.
And now the true freshman, Ousmane Kroma, comes into the game as the running back, still with 15 on the play clock.
And you think you get a break with Saltchuk not being in there. Kroma goes 220.
Play action. Castellano, tip ball, intercepted! Prevard on the blitz, got the tip in the pick.
Jason Prevard, who plays that spur position, or what is commonly called the nickel spot. You're going to see him blitz off the edge and watch him just use his length at 6'2", 199 pounds. Just get his hand up, tip the football, and then be able to locate it quickly and take it out of the air. That's just a big time individual effort. Nice call on the pressure by defensive coordinator John Radzicki. And that's the kind of turnover you're looking for. That's what will give your offense life once again. Fantastic start for Virginia.
Second Florida State giveaway. Sidearm pass. Cameron Courtney close to a first down. Gets right to the line of the game. They'll say without measurement. He picked up 10.
And how about O.C. Des Kitchings and Tony Elliott? They say, hey, you want to play the tempo game? We can do that too.
Now they try the opposite side. A broken tackle, Eli Wood. 8 more for Virginia. Xavier Brown, first down. And that will take us inside of a minute to go here in the opening quarter.
When Virginia's got to have it, they're going to run behind the left side of their offensive line. Mikhail Boley, number 52, their left tackle, as good as any in the country. Super athletic. His father was an NFL player.
Brown again, turns the corner. Big time collision. He earned all 3 of those yards. Edwin Joseph came up and lowered the boom.
I tell you, these safeties for Florida State, Joseph, number 3, Earl Little, 0, Ashlyn Baker, 27. They are hammers, all 3 of them.
Brown again. First down. Flag on the far side of the field.
You're going to get 12 men on the field, possibly. That tempo.
The play did produce a first down.
Illegal substitution. Defense. More than 11 players on the field at the snap. That penalty is declined. Result of the play. First down.
And Tony Elliott was just making sure that the measurement he saw was correct and that his team did pick up a first down. And so when he realized that, declines the penalty. The first touchdown scored by Virginia off of a Florida State turnover. But they had the short field to work with. This time they started inside their own 20-yard line. And this might take us down to the end of the first quarter. And yes, it will. They do not need to snap the ball again, as the Hoos will have a touchdown lead and the ball in Florida State territory to start the second quarter.
That is the end of the first quarter.
Back to Charlottesville in a moment.
Mike, with some of the early turnovers and penalties, what's been the message to your team going forward?
We just got to show poise. I mean, obviously, it's a really good atmosphere tonight. Guys come out, a lot of emotion, made some self-inflicted mistakes, and we got to clean that up and just go focus on the next play. Thank you.
Well, Mike Norvell last season, Lewis, had a team that I think couldn't face adversity and couldn't respond. I think he feels he has a totally different team now.
Yeah, he said, look, they have embraced accountability. And right now, with their backs up against the wall, someone has to rise up and make a play for them defensively.
Nice move as Jamari Taylor on the screen with blockers in front. Picks up 6 to the 40-yard line. And Chris, the adversity right now is right in the grill of Florida State.
It is. As soon as Mike Norvell got done talking to me, he went up to the offense on the sideline and said, 1 quarter down, we have 3 to go. Control what you can control.
Well, they're trying to control Jamari Taylor, and they're not doing a great job of it. He's got a first down.
Again, you see this Florida State defense trying to protect against the big shots. And offensive coordinator Des Kitchens and Tony Elliott, they're taking what they're giving them. Check it down underneath, emphasize the short intermediate passing game, because they've got guys that can make you miss in the open field. You've seen Jamari Taylor and Xavier Brown already. They are having a big night.
Fake it to Cam Ross. It collapses quickly. Ashlyn Barker buries Chandler Morris on the blitz for a loss of 9.
Then Ashlyn Barker, you're going to see him right here come off the edge. And again, it's this 3-safety scheme that Florida State likes to run. With Barker, Joseph, number 3, and Earl Little, they can deploy them in various different ways, change up the looks. It's a little unconventional, a little hard to decipher sometimes for quarterbacks. And just the versatility it gives you as far as people who can cover, people who can blitz. There you see a little bit of it right there.
Virginia had only allowed 1 sack this season before tonight. They've allowed 2 here in the first half. Morris up the seam! First down, Cam Ross! His first impact play. And from a 9-yard loss on the sack to a first down on the doorstep of the red zone.
That's such a good throw from Chandler Morris. Great anticipation. Whisked it right past the ear of the linebacker, Elijah Herring.
Now it's Harrison Whaley. Getting a push. Inside the 16-yard line for 4.5.
About this offensive line for Virginia, we were talking about it in the break, Bob, about the fact that really only 2 of the 5 guys that maybe they were hoped to have for this entire season are available, going up against this huge Florida State defensive front, and they're pushing them around. They're knocking them off the ball, and these running backs are running it hard.
The right tackle, Jack Whitmer, number 68, is a converted tight end. But they've had so many injuries, he is starting tonight. And now this play blown dead at the line. This is going to be a false start, I believe, on Virginia.
False start, offense, number 78, 5-yard penalty, second down.
That's the first Cavaliers penalty.
Play-action passing game, the screen game has been working well for Virginia because of the way the running game is going. See how these safeties are tight for Florida State right now. Within about 7-8 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Another soft spot in the zone for Edgerrin. Right at the 10-yard line, popped by Earl Little. Maybe a half-yard short of the first down. So this will be 3rd down and a foot.
Patience, patience, patience by Chandler Morris. Just finding these zone voids. The wide receivers and he are on the same page. Now you got a 3rd and short. They've been running the football with effectiveness. This offensive line coming off the ball. They're bringing in big people.
At Ben York, a backup tackle, becomes the 6th offensive lineman on the field, and Jamari Taylor back in as well. They give it to Taylor. He's got the first down. 1st and goal, Virginia at the 7.
You would think Jamari Taylor is about 220 pounds. He's 209 pounds. But from initial contact to when they got him on the ground, he drugged defenders at least 2 yards. That's his calling card. That lower body strength, determination, grit, whatever you want to call it. This football team has it, and they're showing it to you. They've got Florida State on their heels again.
A fake and a back pedal and a throwaway for Chandler Morris. That little shoulder pump didn't affect the Florida State defense the way he hoped, and so lived to fight another day. It's 2nd down and goal.
Yeah, give the Florida State defensive backs a lot of credit. They've tried to hit them on a couple double moves down the field, and they've played them perfectly. They just got to defend the goal line now. Don't get caught a yard, 2 yards deep in the end zone. This underneath passing game has really been giving them problems. You've got to defend the goal line in the passing game.
A little shovel pass to Cam Ross, and he goes nowhere. He goes backwards. Jabril Rawls, another tackle from his corner spot. That's a 4-yard loss. Now it's 3rd down and goal outside the 10. How aggressive play calling are you here? Are you forcing one in the end zone, or are you thinking more field goal now that we've gone backwards a couple of times?
I think here, look, if you're Florida State, I think you're probably going to play this with coverage. Let's see how they look, how they deploy here. I think you're trying to find a soft spot in the zone again. As far as throwing the football, you see Florida State trying to communicate it out in the back end.
They bring a blitz. Morris steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. He gets to the 5. Reaches the ball out. A Virginia touchdown.
You see they're going to bring 6 up front, and you're going to see Chandler Morris just find the void. It looks like the defenders have good eyes on him as they're trying to match the patterns down the field, but he just finds enough space. And I said, this guy is plenty athletic enough to rip you down the field with his legs. He's able to avoid the tackle of Jabril Rawls. You could not ask for a better start for Virginia.
Lewis, a pair of turnovers for Florida State has produced a pair of touchdowns for Virginia. The blitz and the takeaway by Jason Prevard. And Chandler Morris pays it off. It's a 2-score lead for the Hoos. Mike Norvell squaring off tonight. Both, though, Lewis, with complete makeovers of their two teams from last year to this year. And I think both very happy with the early returns, but advantage Elliott here in the first quarter.
Yeah, look, what did we say? We said this was a measuring stick for both programs for different reasons. Florida State, look, they're 8th in the country. They have some big games coming up, and they have blown some people out. For Virginia, it's about saying, hey, we're here, and they've shown it so far.
Well, here's tonight's game track brought to you by American Express. And again, the Florida State miscues. They've given it away twice, and it's been 2 touchdown drives off the turnovers for Virginia. Great start for Chandler Morris, and now can Tommy Castellanos and this offense for Florida State rebound.
I think they have to stick to who they are. Look, this is one of the best rushing teams in the country. They got a big offensive line, a quarterback who makes great decisions in the zone read and RPO game. Look, it's a 2-score game. They can come back from this, but they have to stop turning the ball over and put some first downs together.
Castellanos pulls it. And a good start to this drive. He's got 7. Ethan Minter, the hard-hitting safety for Virginia, made the tackle.
And there's those decisions we're talking about in the run game as far as the zone read. And crashes down. Tommy pulls it. I'm out on the edge. Got a lead blocker. Pick up 8.
Usman Chroma right up the middle. Boy, for an offense that's turned it over a couple of times, how about putting the football and the trust in the hands of a true freshman on the road?
Yeah, they have got guys who they say have a high degree of football character, Chroma being one of them.
Chroma breaks a tackle. He is tough to bring down. Ran out of the initial grab of Mitchell Melton and worked for 4 yards. Florida State, of course, beat Alabama 31-17 to start off the regular season, and then scrimmages against East Texas A&M and Kent State. Now a road test tonight to begin the ACC schedule against Virginia. Castellanos to throw. Down the sideline. Back shoulder perfectly timed. And breaking tackles, Deuce Robinson. Dragging a tackler all the way down inside the 10-yard line. Devin Neal saved the touchdown. It's 1st and goal, Knowles at the 9.
They have found a matchup that they like. Deuce Robinson against Donovan Platt. They love the size advantage. They have been working this all game long.
Up tempo. Sawchuk hammers his way inside the 5, down to about the 3.
And Deuce Robinson goes 6'6". Donovan Platt 5'11". They just like that size matchup. Big guys beat little guys more times than not. And there you see it. Just put the ball in a place where he can go up and get it and use that catch radius. He's got 3 for 70 so far in this football game. I have a feeling they're going to be calling his number more. Now he's got one-on-one down here on the bottom of the screen.
Instead it's Sawchuk. Turn back. Second effort. Jameer Carter said no. 2nd down and goal. 3rd down and goal, pardon me, at the 2.
With Florida State, you need to stop the bleeding. You got to put a score in here. Players over plays. Deuce Robinson has been producing for you. And now you see Virginia with their counter. They put Jordan Robinson, their 6'4" corner, size on size. Try and get a better matchup.
They go to a wildcat formation. Sawchuk takes the direct snap and goes up the middle untouched for a Florida State touchdown. There's the Knowles response.
You just see the blocking down at the point of attack right here. You can watch the ball handling of Sawchuk, who just fakes the jet sweep. And then he's just downhill, and you see how it just parts open. There's a lot of eye candy there for the second-level defenders to look at. It's a nice drive by Florida State.
Last season, Florida State, they might have folded in a game like this. Not this group for Mike Norvell. We're back with tonight's game flow, brought to you by Progressive. And Lewis, the early giveaways cost Florida State.
Yeah, they directly led to scores both times for Virginia, taking advantage of the increased opportunities to possess the football. And you're just seeing Chandler Morris. He's been on it tonight, both throwing and running the football. There, a nice tip pass and interception by Prevard, and then Chandler Morris going to work again, this time with his legs, just finding enough space and getting that ball in the end zone. But Florida State, look, we said they revamped this entire roster, namely from a football character standpoint and accountability standpoint. That's how you answer. Now you're down one score, you need to stop from the defense.
If you're going to have a winning season, at some point you face a night like this. Last year, FSU, 2-10 season. That tells you how they responded to adversity. We'll see how they respond tonight, but that last drive was a great indication. And on the touchback, it'll come out to the 25 for the Hoos. So Florida State coughs it up on their first two possessions, but their last drive, 75 yards for a touchdown to cut the lead in half. And now Chandler Morris back to work, and boy, is he off to a great start.
He sure is. Look, and if you're head coach Tony Elliott and you're Des Kitchens, the offensive coordinator, you just keep doing what you've been doing. Take what this defense is giving you underneath as far as the passing game, running against light boxes, rotating their backs in there, and just be efficient with the football.
Play action. Extending the play as Morris directing traffic. Floats one up the sideline and has it picked off. Edwin Joseph jumped the route. A takeaway by the FSU defense, and they're in business.
You see defensive coordinator Tony White has started to ratchet up the pressure a little bit on Chandler Morris. And you're going to see it here. Safety Edwin Joseph. They try to get him on an out and up with Cam Robinson. There comes the out. Now he's going to take it upfield. He's able to get his head around. The ball is underthrown because Chandler Morris is under pressure because he got blitzed off of his right side. And there you see it. Linebacker Justin Cryer coming off the wide side of the field. Chandler Morris has got to protect the football, but there you see Tony White saying, hey, look, I'm not going to lay back and just play this zone coverage anymore. I got to get after this quarterback. He's too hot right now. And now he gets the turnover.
Usman Chroma driven back, wrapped up by Mitchell Melton, and he had help.
Sudden change situations, Bob.
Flag down. Check that, we have an injured player. So we'll step aside and check on the injury when we return.
Timeout on the field.
Well, good news injury-wise for Florida State. It was Gunnar Hansen, the left tackle, who was down, but he immediately, as we went to break, got up and ran off the field. So it looks like, Lewis, he'll probably miss one play.
This is a veteran offensive line. Lots of transfers. 4 transfers on this offensive line.
It looks like Jacob Rizzi, number 64, is going to come in for at least one snap and take over at left tackle. So after the injury timeout, 2nd and 10. Jalen Lucas in motion. Jet sweep. And boy, he can fly. Jitterbugs down the sideline. He's just tough to find.
Yeah.
James Jackson eventually found him. Close to a first down. He got 8.
As soon as you see him come in the game, you are automatically alert. Jet sweep and routes out of the backfield. And you want to tell the linebackers that as you see Gunnar Hansen back in the game at left tackle. He has got difference-making speed.
3rd and short. And I think a timeout was called by Mike Norvell from the sideline.
First charge timeout. North Carolina. Florida State. It'll be 30 seconds.
So Florida State spends their first timeout. We've got a quick word from Verbo.
As your host, I have some rules. First, no showers longer than 5 minutes. This isn't a spa. That's the rule.
Meanwhile, at a Verbo, get the vacation you expect and never a hovering host.
So Mike Norvell wanted to make sure before a very important play call, 3rd down and about 1.5 yards, as we've got less than 6 minutes to go before halftime.
I think with the way his offensive line is starting to move the line of scrimmage, you got to figure here, maybe this is 2-down territory. So do they take a shot throwing the football? Do they go ahead and just try and pick up the first down? Salchuk has been running it hard, as Chroma has as well.
Completely different formation and personnel group after the timeout. Castellanos makes a man miss. Cuts it back at the 5 at the goal line. It looks like he may have been brought down just shy of the goal line. The ball popped out. So he fumbled the ball. It goes out of bounds inside the 2.
At the spot of the fumble, it's first down, Florida State.
So Mitchell Melton punched it out, but right up against the sideline. 1st and goal, Florida State.
They absolutely dodged one there, and here again they're going with the Wildcats. Looks like they're going to have Randy Pittman, their tight end, lined up as the quarterback.
Randy Pittman just returning from injury tonight. They scored a touchdown out of a Wildcat formation once, and they'll do it again here. Florida State a point after away from tying the game up. And they turn the tables on Virginia, and they take a turnover and turn it into 6.
See just how diverse they are offensively as far as the running game is concerned. They've got so many weapons, so many different athletes. But make no mistake about it, they want to run the football and bludgeon you. And they're starting to turn it up.
When do you know the character of a team has changed, Lewis? When they're down a couple of touchdowns on the road, how do they respond? We have now seen Florida State respond.
Yeah, Edwin Joseph with the interception, he gets it started. And why does he get it started? Because Justin Cryer is able to pressure Chandler Morris outside the pocket, and then he makes an ill-advised throw. And now you're in business. You're in plus territory. The offensive line's going. Tommy Castellanos has a good run. And then you put your tight end in the Wildcat and let him get on the party. And now it's like new ball game. It's 0-0. Look, if you're Tony Elliott, you got to say, hey, look, it's just basically we're just starting the game again. Okay, we've got the intel. We won on one another. But you see it here. Turnovers have made the difference. It has given teams life. It's given them good field position. It's given them momentum. And we're in for a good one.
Well, these are 2 offenses as well that are 2 of the top producing offenses in all of college football through the first 3 to 4 weeks of the season. Now, for both, some of that has to do with the competition they've played. but they're two offenses that feel very confident as Cam Ross will take a knee. For 20 years, Allstate has celebrated every field goal and extra point made at participating universities by donating to the university's athletic scholarship funds, supporting all student athletes. Thank you to Allstate. Let's go down to Chris.
After that interception by Chandler Morris, he came to the sidelines. Cam Ross came to check on him and let him know it's okay. And Chandler's response was, "That's on me. Bad decision. I can't force something like that. I got to be smart enough to throw it away."
It's only his second interception of the season. The other was thrown on the last drive of a comeback attempt on the road against NC State, where they lost by 4. Jamari Taylor, a jump cut in the backfield for a pair. James Williams, the Nebraska transfer, there to wrap him up.
Ball security, decision making, taking what the defense is giving them.
Bootleg for Morris. Sidearms one in the right flat, and that is dropped by Dakota Twitty. So now it will be 3rd down and 8.
Make the routine plays routinely. You got to catch that if you're Dakota Twitty. Every yard is going to be hard to come by in this football game. Now, defensive coordinator Tony White from Florida State's got you right where he wants you. Now he's got you in 3rd and long with this multiple scheme that he can kind of like send different people. As you see Tony White, a superstar in the coaching ranks, on the sideline there for Florida State. It's like he's showing pressure again.
Virginia is 3 for 5 on 3rd down. They do bring pressure. Morris finds a crosser. Trell Harris to the sideline. That's another 3rd down conversion for the Hoos.
What a great play call against man coverage, against pressure. Just run a little rub concept where they can get Trell Harris free on the shallow cross. Just make his way through the traffic. He's been silent so far in this game, and he has been a big playmaker. You'll hear more from number 11 as this game goes on.
Morris to throw again. As all day. Slings one. Tapped and intercepted. It went off the fingertips of Jamal Edrin, and Elijah Herring on the carom has the 2nd pick in as many possessions for FSU.
You're just going to see it here. Just watch. You're going to see the traffic as Edrin comes across the field on this deep over. And it looked a little confusing live whether or not Chandler Morris was trying to get that ball to Trell Harris on the go route on the outside, as you see him streaking down the field, where he's just trying to layer it in there to Edrin. The spacing just wasn't right. Again, another one of those decisions where Chandler Morris is going to want that one back. He probably should have just ate it and not forced the ball into harm's way. Florida State in business again.
Sawchuk. The 40-yard line, maybe the 39. He's got 6 yards on 1st down. Screen out to the edge. Squirrel White with nowhere to go. Emmanuel Carnley immediately shut the door.
And that's the kind of play that you need to make if you're Virginia. You see Carnley coming up from his corner spot, and just firing, making a short tackle. This is a key 3rd down. You got to now, if you're Virginia, now you have to stop the bleeding. You got to get off the field here on 3rd down. You got to slow down this momentum. Assignment sound.
They fake the jet sweep, and Castellanos is going to try to run for it, and he'll only get a couple. Now, are you running there because you're setting up 4th down? I mean, that play call almost seems to indicate, Lewis, they're approaching this like 4-down territory.
Sure, they're talking it over. You got 4th and 5 or less with this offense. Because of how multiple it is and the kind of momentum they got going, they sense right now that this offense is rolling. This is the kind of thing that could give Virginia life if they could get off the field here. Good eyes. You have to have good eyes defensively.
Castellanos to the sideline. Diving attempt made by Robinson. Got it. Deuce Robinson secures it right on the chalk for a 4th down conversion.
The size of Deuce Robinson. You see that right arm just kind of real subtly pushes off on the corner and able to run that comeback.
Castellanos to throw again. Robinson out of bounds inside the 10. Flag out as well.
And this time, what does he do? He runs the double move. Watch, he's just going to get off the line of scrimmage. He's going to stutter, take off again. I mean, he is just putting on a show right now. Number 0, Deuce Robinson. 6'6", 225 pounds.
Personal foul. Targeting. Defense. Number 0. Penalties half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down. Previous play is under further review.
Antonio Clary only back for his 2nd game this season. And they call targeting on this hit.
See Clary coming out of the deep part of the field. See him duck the head, crown of the helmet, right on the chin of Deuce Robinson. See his head turn as he takes the hit. There, the head goes down, crown of the helmet right on the chin. That's about as easy as it gets as far as the call is concerned.
Well, we can listen in the collaborative replay process with the Operations Center for the ACC.
And we were able to confirm.
Replay E won't help you.
Hey, now we're looking for targeting here. And we're going through the process.
Yep.
So
this is
I got a defenseless player.
Agreed, well, right? He is a defenseless player. And now
he dips his head. We have a launch. And we have
Delta's a good look for you too. Echo won't help you. D is good.
Delta's the best look we have for
C and D.
So I see a lowering of the launch. Yep. I see forcible contact to the head neck area. Yep. And I see it to the helmet. Is everybody in agreement on this?
Yes.
Mark, I love it, yes.
Okay, so the ruling on the field is going to be upheld of targeting. Now we're going to get you the number.
0 is the number.
Perfect. And the ruling on the field for the catch is also being upheld, and we're also going to uphold the targeting as well.
Copy that.
So we're going to go half the distance.
Correct.
Okay.
Position 5. All right, I'm good, guys. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
After further review, the ruling of targeting is upheld. Number 0 has been disqualified for the remainder of the game.
Well, Lewis, you were in immediate agreement with what the collaborative process certainly seemed to agree upon as well, and that's a dangerous play. Crown of the helmet as well, upward launch to a defenseless player. You want to change your strike zone if you're Clary.
Yeah, you feel for Clary, again, coming back from injury, this just being his 2nd game. Only played a series in the last game against Stanford, but you just got to be smarter than that. Defenseless receiver, all the prerequisites were there to call targeting. It's an easy decision on the part of the officials.
So 1st and goal, Florida State at the 4. Castellanos with a fake. Castellanos to the end zone. Florida State has the lead.
This offensive line, the left side of this offensive line, Gunnar Hansen, Richie Leonard, they have been doing work in this quarter in the run game. Just moving people off the ball. Gus Malzahn really changing up the looks that he's given this Virginia defense. Virginia has just had no answer for the physicality and for the scheme.
Both teams have turned it over twice, and both have turned into touchdowns for the opposition.
Yeah, again, this is just one of those situations where if you're Chandler Morris, you're throwing that ball into traffic again. I'm not quite sure who he was trying to get it to. It looked like he may have been trying to get it downfield to Trell Harris. And here you just see Castellanos doing what he does best. Running behind this huge offensive line. It's hard to see him. He's so quick and so instinctive, and they are just moving people off the line. And honestly, really, I mean, it's been the passing game that has really opened some things up as well. I mean, Deuce Robinson has just been going off in this game.
Now, Castellanos reunited with Gus Malzahn. Didn't play a ton for him at UCF, but obviously there's a chemistry. Play caller, veteran, to quarterback. What makes that relationship work?
I think it's just trust is what it is. What did Tommy Castellanos tell us? He said that Gus, quote, is a wizard. When he tells us a team is going to be in a certain defense, when they give you a certain look, that's the defense they are in the majority of the time. And they have full trust in his play calling, and you can see it in the way they're playing.
Weinberg through the back of the end zone. 32 kickoffs now, 32 touchbacks for Florida State. And obviously you talk about having a history with one another. Well, these two have a history with one another because Gus Malzahn, all the way back when he was calling plays for Tulsa, had a GA on his staff named Mike Norvell.
Yeah, how about that? And Mike Norvell, like he said, he was just having some discussions with Gus Malzahn as far as other offensive coordinators maybe he could possibly hire at the end of last year, and kind of just popped the question, hey, unless you want to be the offensive coordinator. And Gus thought about it, and here he is. And it's the perfect hire, the absolute perfect hire.
Pop the question, they're married again. The quick out. And trying to get a few extra yards was Edrin. Let's see if that takes us down to the 2-minute timeout, or if Virginia can get another snap off beforehand. Still looks like plenty of time to run another play on 2nd down and 2. Morris checks it down. Spin cycle for Jamari Taylor to pick up the first down. And now we do reach the 2-minute timeout.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
Lots of momentum swings. A Friday night in the ACC here in Charlottesville. All right, Zubin, well, all 3 timeouts still in the pocket of Chandler Morris and Virginia. Edrin, check that. Dakota Twitty muscles his way out of bounds for 5 yards.
What's the message that you're giving Chandler Morris right now if you're the coaching staff for Virginia? Just take what they're giving you. Don't try and force this ball down the field simply because you're starting to feel real confident.
Same play, same result. First down, Dakota Twitty.
They could have easily tacked on 15 there. Dakota Twitty was 3-4 yards out of bounds and took a hit from Elijah Herring.
Crowd reacting to that as it's replayed here at Scott Stadium.
You get all 3 timeouts. You're almost at midfield, 1:50 left on the clock. Just be efficient with the football if you're Virginia.
Back to the line of scrimmage and not much more. As Jamari Taylor was wrapped up right at the point of attack. Mandrell Desir, he and his twin brother Darryl. Well, they are tough to move for Tony White up front. It's nice to have a couple of true freshmen make that impact.
They are incredible, and Tony White said these guys are animals, man. They want it. They are hungry for greatness. Just true freshmen.
Morris on the slant. Tip ball finds its way into the hands of Trell Harris. Nearly a pick. Instead, Trell Harris spinning, carrying tacklers. Virginia in business.
That is a heck of a break by Jerry Wilson. Look, he shot out of a cannon. He's just got to make sure that as you're going for that, you got to make sure you can secure the tackle as you're trying to go for the pick 6. Look, we said we would hear from Trell Harris. A lot of football game left to play. And there you see his unique playmaking ability.
And Virginia can be somewhat deliberate with all 3 timeouts. And they can run it as well. Jamari Taylor. Touchdown. Who's?
Kidding me? Wait till you see this collision again. Jamari Taylor, he's that dude.
How do you walk on at an FCS school and now do this against a top 10 FBS school?
But this is one-on-one. This is the kind of competition that Mike Norvell's talking about. It's one-on-one. You versus you right here. And just watch what happens. Earl Little doesn't wrap up, but he's coming downhill full speed. Boom! But doesn't wrap up. Jamari Taylor says, nah, you can't get away with that with me. Have you not watched my tape? That's a heck of an individual effort. Look, Mike Norvell talked about the fact that he put his players in one-on-one situations all off-season to see how they would respond. See who was going to win, who was going to lose, and how you're going to respond to it. And that's one of his guys right there, and you see him. He's telling him, you got to finish. You got to finish and wrap up. You see his lips. He's telling him, wrap up. That's football at its finest right there. Trell Harris making that play off of the almost pick 6 by Jerry Wilson. Here comes Jamari Taylor. Man, do you love football or what?
We are now tied at 21. Florida State still with a couple of timeouts and 48 seconds on the clock. The 2 interceptions for Chandler Morris cost Virginia a couple of scores. Of course, the 2 turnovers for Florida State were responsible for the first 2 touchdowns for UVA. How many different momentum swings have we had to basically now start fresh with under a minute to go in the second quarter?
Look, it's warm here already in this booth and in this stadium tonight, and it's getting heated up with the way these fans are going and the way this game is swinging back and forth. I mean, look at that crowd. They are into it. This is a heck of a ball game.
Draw play. Sawchuk tries to get the drive started and does with about 8 yards. And an 8-yard gain on first down, that might be enough to convince Mike Norvell, let's not put this thing in the freezer, let's attack.
We got 2 timeouts.
Castellanos on the move. Avoids a sack, throws it away.
Tommy Castellanos. Mike Norvell's over there holding his breath saying, just take care of the football. Let's not put it in harm's way. Let's not give Virginia this ball in plus territory.
And remember, Mike Norvell, he knows his team starts the second half with the ball as well.
There you go.
They won the toss and deferred.
Ball security, decision-making is critical here. Do not want to give Virginia any more momentum than they just seized back. Virginia got all 3 timeouts left for them. Big down.
They try and run for a first down, and they will get it. And now Mike Norvell will call a timeout.
Second charge timeout. Florida State. It will be 30 seconds.
19 seconds to go in the half. Bob Wischusen, Lewis Riddick, Chris Budden. This has been fun. This is the test that you want a top 10 team to have on the road. And well, you have to think down 14-0 at the start. That's one of those tests of character of a team that was 2-10 last year. This got to be a positive overall for Florida State in the first half, despite the mistake.
Oh, no question. Look, I think last year's team, you would have saw them fold up and start looking for excuses. They wouldn't have taken accountability. This football team did. And they come roaring back behind their horses. They're riding Tommy Castellanos. The passing game is clicking on the outside. The defense making plays. But then here comes Virginia. They come roaring back too. Go back to their playmakers. They experience some adversity. Chandler Morris, he maintains his composure. This is exactly what you want out of a football game. Are you kidding me?
Florida State still with a timeout. And Castellanos slings one to the outside. Catch made by Randy Pittman, and he gets to the sideline. 13 seconds at a timeout. So at best, 2 snaps. Maybe you can get it down to 1 second to go and try a field goal. Can they get into Jake Weinberg's range? Mike Norvell said he'd be very comfortable with Weinberg from 55. They could try one from 60 if they can just get inside the 45-yard line of Virginia. They're going to look for a lot more than that to Squirrel White. Incomplete. And now 7 seconds left in the half. Donovan Platt was trying his best to stay with Squirrel White.
If you're Florida State, what do you got, 7 seconds left? I think right now, if I'm Mike Norvell, knowing that I get the ball in the second half, this has got to be a safe play. All right, we don't want to do anything to put the ball in harm's way that you could get some kind of cheap pick six or something where Virginia comes up with the football. I play this a little conservative here.
They'll run a draw, and that should take us to halftime.
Smart move.
Unless Tony Elliott calls a timeout and forces them to punt, but he will not. Florida State will start the third quarter with the ball, and as Mike Norvell very often does, he brings his entire team together to say something to them before they even head into the locker room at halftime.
How about both of these offenses? I'm sure he's telling them, hey, look, this is a 0-0 game when we come back out in the second half. Both of these offenses over 200 yards total offense. Florida State 262, Virginia 229. It's just been about turnovers, Bob. It's been about momentum swings. That's how you have 21 points on both teams in the first half.
We are tied at 21. The halftime report in a moment. Zubin Mehenti and E.J. Manuel will join you after a quick timeout. Okay. It's halftime here at Scott Stadium in Charlottesville. Our score, Virginia 21, Florida State 21. We'll come back with more action after these messages. Welcome back to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Ram Trucks. You're watching the ACC on ESPN. Well, in the top 10, Florida State, but a road test in the ACC. Oftentimes, it's not easy. They were down 14-0 after turning it over twice, came back, took a 21-14 lead, and then Virginia was able to score before halftime. We start fresh. Bob Wischusen, Lewis Riddick, Chris Budden with us as well. All right, lessons to be learned for both teams about turnovers, especially in the first half.
Yeah, you saw the 14 points both teams scored off of turnovers. That's got to be message number one from both of these coaching staffs. Take care of the football. We have a great chance to win this football game. Withstand the surges. Take care of the ball, though. Quarterbacks, let's not force it into coverage. Let's not try and let's be secure with it when we're running it, Tommy Castellanos. And let's have a great half, and may the best team win. What more could you ask for?
Yeah, every time there was a turnover in the first half, it cost the team that turned it over 7. And it will come out on the touchback to begin the third quarter. Chris Budden, a chance to talk with both coaches.
Yeah, Tony Elliott, all smiles when he came out of the locker room, said, Chris, this is championship football. I couldn't ask for anything more from my team. Said he really liked the way that they started off this ball game. It's going to be about who wins the middle 8 and also who wins the turnover battle. But we told our guys this was going to be a one-possession ball game. As for Mike Norvell, he really liked the response from his team, down 14 points. Said I could not ask for a better response to that. But defensively, we've got to be better tackling and bringing guys down to the ground and finishing plays.
It's exactly what Mike Norvell told us he wants to see from his team, that he didn't see last year. Character. When there's a gut check to be had, do they respond? They responded in the first half. Will that response continue here in the third quarter? And they'll start it with a Sawchuk carry. And he'll start by losing a yard. Driven back by Fisher K-Mac, Jameer Carter in on the stop as well.
This rushing offense for Florida State is one of the best, if not the best in the country. That's priority number one for defensive coordinator John Rudzinski and the 11 men on the field. You've got to slow that down first.
Castellanos takes command. Plenty of time on the play clock. Runs the option and keeps it. K-Mac helps bring him down. And it'll be third down and about 8 after a gain of 3.
That is a heck of a job by linebackers James Jackson and Cam Robinson, who we haven't talked much about, number 5, to do it all, everything Mike Backer of playing that zone read. They played it in tandem perfect. Now they got a 3rd and long.
Cam Robinson only been out for a couple of games, or back for a couple of games after a collarbone injury. And this quick hitter is there for a first down conversion. LaWayne McCoy settled down past the sticks and moves the chains for the Noles. And they waste no time. Up-tempo Castellanos. Sawchuk. Turn back. Ran right into big Jameer Carter. 6th year, 311 pounds from Baltimore.
He took on the double team and split it. At 6'2", 311 pounds, he embodies everything that they want out of a Virginia football player. Couldn't play that any better.
Castellanos off play action. Sidearms one left, and Squirrel White comes back and makes the catch about a yard short of the first down. Emmanuel Carnley closed the distance, so it's 3rd down again, 3rd and 1. Sawchuk up the middle. Forward progress very close. And they'll say without measurement that he got there.
That's a good, tough run by Sawchuk. James Jackson getting low, trying to prevent him from getting the first down. What you like here is that Castellanos looks real calm in the pocket, throwing the football. Gus Malzahn kind of changing up the passing game a little bit, getting Tommy out on the perimeter, changing the launch point a little bit, showing just how complimentary this offense can be.
Whole new defensive line put in the game, and they cannot find Croma. The freshman Usman Croma bobs and weaves all the way down to the 30-yard line of Virginia. 23 yards.
You see Tommy Castellanos took a heck of a hit by Daniel Rickard. I mean, it was just big time. Made the right decision as far as his ball handling.
Chroma again. How about the balance through contact to the 25-yard line? He was hit behind the line of scrimmage and picked up 5 after contact.
And Chroma's a stud. 216 pounds, a true freshman. You see, between him and Sawchuk, I mean, those two are an all-day assignment. Here comes Sawchuk back in the game. But this is about Tommy Castellanos on this drive as far as the decision-making that you're seeing in the run game, not just the passing game, but in the run game as far as the zone read. He knows when to pull it, when to hand it off. This is why he's such a great fit for Gus's offense.
There's Castellanos pulling it, making that decision and going down. Now, maybe, Lewis, we've talked about it, the most underrated part of quarterback play, not just making those decisions, but even checking to runs, right? Like, the quarterback has so much to do with what run a team gets into.
That's right. And he is in full control. Now, that time, number 17, Mitchell Melton, made a nice play on the perimeter, turning Tommy back inside. Now they've got a 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5.
Where are you going on 3rd down?
Well, I'll tell you what. Deuce Robinson has been going to work. You see him down here at the bottom of the screen, 6'6", wide receiver on the outside.
Castellanos on the keeper, trapped up in the backfield and dragged down by Mitchell Melton. The Ohio State transfer, tackled for loss. It'll be a field goal attempt.
They call him Money Mitch. You see him right here. Just look at the play he makes coming off the edge. Made a nice play on Castellanos on the play previous. And now again, it is not easy getting your hands on a runner as skilled as Castellanos and getting him in on the ground in the open field. That's 2 big-time plays by Mitchell Melton.
44-yard attempt for Weinberg. His career long is 45, but they think he has a leg to kick it from 55, if not 60. Plenty of distance, but the direction off. Misses it wide right. Words that haunt Florida State.
Wide right. Yeah, that's not what they want to hear.
Sorry.
Man, bend but don't break, Virginia. This crowd's going to be back into it. Mike Norvell knows this is going to be a 60-minute game.
Well, as you would imagine, Florida State has played a lot of unranked opponents when they've been ranked in the top 10, because they've been ranked in the top 10 a lot over the years. They don't lose often. Virginia, well, only 3 all-time wins when they've been unranked against top 10 opponents. They only have 6 wins total against top 10 opponents, but 2 of those wins against Florida State. And they've got the ball back. They've got Jamari Taylor on the ground as James Williams wraps him up after a gain of about 4.
It's a measuring stick game for different reasons. It's been the theme I've been trying to establish since the very beginning. For Virginia, have you finally arrived in terms of this new landscape of college football here in 2025? They have a nice program going, as evidenced by the score. And for Florida State, are you for real this year? Are you a team that's going to be there in the very end, challenging for a national title? These are the kind of games you're going to have to find a way to win.
They run it again. And not much there for Taylor. Mandrell Desir, one of the identical twin defensive tackles, along with his brother Darryl, that have been impact players for the Noles, made the stop.
It's such an athletic play. They were on a little bit of a line twist, and you just see Mandrell Desir at 6'4", 262. He moves around like a linebacker, both him and Darryl, number 90. These guys are going to be foundational players for this program for the next couple of years until you see them on Sundays in the NFL.
Took up football when they were 7. It was a good decision. Virginia looking for another 3rd down conversion. 4-man rush. Underneath throw, Trell Harris turns upfield and gets it. 8 yards for Harris. Juice Cryer brought him down, and Chandler Morris, is he hurt?
Yeah, you got to keep an eye on him. You're going to see his right arm hits.
He's not right, and that's his throwing arm.
It hits Kevin Wigginton as he's trying to get this ball down the field.
So they will run it. Spinning for about 6 is Jamari Taylor. But what happened to Chandler Morris on the last play?
Trying to get it over his 6'5" right guard as he's getting pushed back in the pocket. You're going to see right there, his hand hits the top of his helmet. He's holding that thumb. How many quarterbacks have we seen get hurt because they hit their hands on the helmets of their own offensive lineman or defensive lineman?
And he stays in. What kind of a grip do you imagine he's got on the football if he's nursing that right hand?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, this is where Des Kitchens, the offensive coordinator, has to be aware of this. Make sure he's good to go. Communicate with him in the coach-to-player headset.
Well, they keep it on the ground with Xavier Brown, and that works. So that's allowing the right hand to recover for Chandler Morris on the field. A 9-yard gain and a 1st down.
And what a nice job of securing the edge by the Virginia offensive line. And Xavier Brown with that quick cut outside and getting that ball upfield. Both him and Jamari Taylor have been money tonight.
That puts Virginia over 100 yards rushing. And we still have a 1/4 to go. Brown cuts it outside. 5 more yards to the 40-yard line of FSU. Their run defense only allowed 55 yards on the opening drive when they played Alabama to begin the season. 32 yards rushing on 17 attempts the rest of the game. It was the fewest yards that Alabama had run for in a season opener since the mid-70s. But the rush attack continues here for Xavier Brown. It's a different story tonight for Virginia.
I know we can't run these plays back because they're going at tempo, but the cuts that Xavier Brown is making, these jump cuts, are the kind of things you see at the NFL Combine when they're doing drills. It looks beautiful. And this offensive line is getting pushed. Here he goes again.
And toss it to him again. Spinning is Brown. Working hard.
Again,
just about to the red zone.
Des Kitchens, Tony Elliott, they know that their quarterback, you just wonder how much do they know about how he's feeling right now. Well, they have leaned on the running game now ever since he hit his hand on the helmet of Kevin Wigginton, the right guard. And hey, if you're Tony Elliott, you're saying keep calling it. And if you're Tony White, you're saying, hey, man, we got to slow this down. This is the kind of drive that just takes the life out of you as a defense.
And now Jamari Taylor back in. Another handoff. Another crease. Another 1st down. Oh, then he struck a tackler when Darius Jones paid the price when he hit Jamari Taylor. 9 yards.
Again, you better strap up when these running backs are coming through, you see how his head went back? That is not fun. That is not fun.
You say that as if you know.
Yeah, that didn't happen to me a lot. I was usually the hammer. But I can tell you this. I got my teeth almost knocked out a few times because of backs who run just like that.
In the red zone. A first down, Virginia. Keeping it on the ground with Taylor. Close to the 10-yard line, Jaden Jones got him on the ground after a game of about 2.5.
They haven't thrown the ball ever since that play with Chandler Morris. And they haven't had to. I'm telling you, this is the kind of drive, though, as a defense and as a coaching staff, when you're on the defensive side of the ball, it just takes the life out of you. When you know they're just trying to run it against you, and you're calling defenses in fronts to try and slow it down, and you can't do it. It's the kind of...
Jamari Taylor again. Again, he lowers the boom, and he ends up standing over the top of Ashlyn Barker as he steps out of bounds, a gain of 5. Let's check in with Chris.
After every handoff, Chandler Morris will take that right hand and wrap it in the towel, trying to open it up and down, up and down. You can tell it's painful.
Yeah, he's trying to fight through it. He is a gamer now.
Those run games helping him. 7 consecutive handoffs since he injured the hand. And it's third down. Big third down inside the 10-yard line at the 7. He'll keep it. He'll score. Second rushing touchdown for Chandler Morris.
Quarterback's making good decisions, reading the end man on the line of scrimmage. Watch, he's just going to go in here, and he's just going to pull it. It's just a great decision on the part of Chandler Morris. And then watch Sage Ennis. He just seals the edge. Chandler uses his legs, says, Tommy Castellanos, how you like this as far as ball handling? What a great game.
Boy, Lewis, what a drive. 12-play drive, 11 runs. That is a statement from the Hoos.
Jamari Taylor, Ashlyn Barker, that was a titanic hit on the sideline. Oh, my goodness.
We are back with tonight's dependable player, brought to you by Mavis Tire. Well, Chandler Morris injuring his hand on that last drive. But, Lewis, what's dependable from there? Their run game.
Yeah, I mean, look, the 1-2 combination of Xavier Brown and Jamari Taylor, I mean, they just complement each other so well, and they're such great competitors. And what can you say about Chandler Morris? He says, hey, maybe I'm not sure if I can throw it on this drive, but I can for sure run it. I mean, just what a soul-crushing type of drive. I cannot underestimate, I can't overstate how important that was, the way in which they conducted themselves there. Florida State got to respond again. First the offense, and then when the defense goes back out there. Because now they're sitting there going, oh boy.
The 12-play touchdown drive, the only pass was the pass Morris hurt his hand on. Virginia has the lead. Florida State has the ball.
Welcome back. After getting checked out by the athletic trainers, Chandler Morris walks up. He's like, I'm good, guys. He directly goes up to the rest of the offense. He gets in their face and he screams all day long, this is what we do. I love it. And then immediately Tony Elliott came up and he was like, that's good. But also, guys, let's remember, there's still a 0-0 ball game. Morris walked up afterwards, took a couple throws and some pain medication. But a little endurance, boys, will mask any sort of pain right now for him.
Yeah, the medication might come in handy. That's Chris Button, Bob Wischusen, and Lewis Riddick here in the booth. Matt Austin, our officiating expert, with us as well. Ousmane Kroma right up the gut. Close to 7 yards on first down. Caleb Hardy ends up on top of Kroma.
Trying to corral this run game. Priority number one. for head coach Tony Elliott as far as his message to the defense coming into this football game. Got to try and keep it under control here. Continue to come downhill and attack these running backs with physicality.
And just like Virginia did, trying to exert their will with their run game, Florida State comes out pounding away with their run game, and they've got a first down.
It was interesting hearing Tony Elliott talk about the concerns he had on his own offensive line as far as handling the length of the Florida State defensive line. Well, I think they've answered that question here tonight.
Gavin Sawchuk back in now. Jet sweep. A broken tackle. Makai Danzig, he can fly. Stays in bounds, gets a few more yards. Makai Danzig is a 400-meter record holder.
Yeah, he's a state champion in the 200 and 400 when he was in high school. Got world-class speed. Sub 10.5 in the 100 meters. But he's a football player. They say he is not a track guy playing football. This is a football guy who happens to be super fast, and they love his potential.
When you set the ACC 400-meter record, you certainly seem like a track guy. Quick hitter on the outside. And there is Danzig again.
Well, he double caught that ball, almost got away from him again. But these wide receivers for Florida State, especially Deuce Robinson, have given Virginia a lot of problems on the outside, especially the size of Deuce Robinson. And they have been rotating defensive backs on him, trying to get a better matchup.
Deuce Robinson, the USC transfer, all the way at the bottom of your screen to the near side right. Quarterback draw, Castellanos to the 20-yard line. Castellanos bounces it to the 10. He's out of bounds, close to the 5. First and goal, Florida State. 22 yards for Castellanos.
You see, just a design quarterback draw. Now Tommy's just running the space, trying to find green grass and use his athletic ability. Wide receivers turning the blockers down the field. Tommy doing what he does best. Again, the maturity, the leadership, responding to adversity, all the things that Mike Norvell wants his football team, believed his football team had, they're showing it again.
221 rushing yards now for FSU. Chroma has to fight maybe for a yard. Gets to the 4. It'll be second down and goal. 45 seconds left in the quarter.
They have used the Wildcat twice when they've gotten down here inside the 5 in scoring territory. They have so much in their bag, and it looks like they're going to it once again.
Tight end Randy Pittman. He scored on a Wildcat run. He'll run it again. Jump pass instead. Guess who? Deuce Robinson. Touchdown. Florida State goes to the bag of tricks, and Randy Pittman, the tight end, becomes the quarterback.
I mean,
we've got a one-point game again.
You just knew the pass was coming off of this. Watch how the offensive line holds their blocks. He's just going to go in here, and you're going to see Deuce Robinson just sneak right in there. It's a great play call to go off of the run from earlier. That's how you set up plays as a play caller. That's why they believe in Gus Malzahn and call him the Wizard.
18 seconds to go in the third quarter, and now we're tied at 28.
I mean, it's just perfectly executed. It's just setting plays up, giving them the same look. Hey, they're going to run it with Randy Pittman. No, he's just going to jump up in the air. He's a tight end now. And we're going to throw it to our 6'6" wide receiver. I mean, that's just exactly what you want.
Another response for Mike Norvell's team.
But he knows they're in for a fight here. This is going to come down to a last possession or a turnover, some kind of mistake. And that's, I mean, this is theater. This is exactly the kind of football you want to see. And Mike, you can just see in his eyes, man. You can just see him looking up in the air like he knows that he's in for a fight here tonight. Now, what does Chandler Morris have? How does he answer? They go back to the run game. Can he throw the football? I mean, I don't know if you can keep running the ball 8, 9, 10 times in a row. We're going to find out.
Another touchback. Florida State is not allowed a kickoff return so far this season. What hangs in the balance in the next 15 minutes and 18 seconds, and who knows how much longer? Well, according to our ESPN analytics, both of these teams get close to being a coin flip to make the ACC championship game. Based on tonight's result, the winner is going to be right in the thick of the ACC race.
A lot at stake. A lot at stake within the conference, nationally for Florida State. Virginia can announce their arrival in 2025 with a statement win here.
It shows from our analytics standpoint, at least, how good the computers think that Virginia is. Overthrowing everyone, Chandler Morris. He took a shot for Trell Harris, but he overthrew Quindarius Jones as well.
Just keep probing the deep third of this secondary, trying to get Trell Harris loose. You got to give the Florida State corners credit. They have been on this all night long. Whether it be Jones, Jabril Rawls, Jerry Wilson, they have all not been on the double moves at all and haven't allowed the big passing game on the outside to get going.
Chandler Morris scans the field, comes back to his right, and finds a wide open Eli Wood. And that will take us to the end of the third quarter.
Just the thumbs okay, huh? That was a rocket.
Think the fourth quarter should be fun?
See you soon in a couple minutes.
Coach, what did you see in the response from your quarterback after injuring his thumb, being able to have that scoring drive?
Oh, man, we put it on the offensive line and the running backs, and I think we had a 12-play drive, 11 runs, and they found a way to get it in the end zone. But it's the fourth quarter. This is where we want to be. I told them it's going to be a one-possession ball game. Hey, how fun is this? All right, let's go see if we can go win one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Tony Elliott has so much faith in Chandler Morris. Of course, he's known him since he was about 7 years old. Chandler Morris's dad, Chad, was the offensive coordinator for Dabo Swinney at Clemson. He preceded Tony Elliott being the offensive coordinator at Clemson. And they'll run a trick play. So Darian Harrison, he's going to heave one, and it's incomplete. That might have been ill-advised when it wasn't there at first. They tried the backward pass, wide receiver bomb, and that was a risky throw.
Yeah, I promise you, Tony Elliott and Des Kitchen, the offensive coordinator, were saying, don't you dare. Don't you. Okay, we're not calling that anymore. All right, you come over here, get a little Gatorade, and we'll just go back. And you can see the look on his face, like, come on now. Let's just keep to what we've been doing. Get this ball back in the hand of the running backs.
And now it's Harrison Whaley's turn. To the 50-yard line for 4. So a big 3rd down and 6 to start the 4th quarter here for UVA.
You see 6 of 8 tonight on 3rd down. Who haven't we heard from in this wide receiver core? How about Cam Ross, number 6? He's been electric in the slot for them this year. They haven't been able to find him on the outside or find him in the middle of the field and get him going. But he's got a ton of juice. See him down here going in motion.
They'll try and run forward instead with Whaley. And now a decision to make for Tony Elliott. In a 28-28 tie on FSU's side of the 50. Do you go for it on 4th down and a full 3 yards? Their offense is staying on the field.
You see Tony Elliott telling the
And he's trying to quiet the crowd down. How about this decision? Do you like it?
Hey, I admire it. They're in it to win it in this game. He's putting a lot of faith in Chandler Morris right now to make the right decision. Survey the front, survey the coverage, get him in the right play.
Is it a hard count? They'll snap it. Here comes a blitz. Morris finds the crosser. Guess who? Louis Riddick. You wondered where Cam Ross was. He just showed up on 4th down.
I mean, that's just a great call. Again, they're getting a little bunch set at the top of the screen, and they just sneak Cam Ross underneath all the traffic, creates a natural pick, and then here he comes. You're going to see him come at the top of your screen. Just look him underneath. He loses his man in man coverage. That's just a great call by Des Kitching. Great call.
Ross in motion again. They hand it instead to Taylor. Shaheem Brown came up and punished Jamari Taylor after a short gain.
Again, lean on this offensive line. Lean on the big guys up front. 3/5 of what you thought were going to be your starting offensive line are gone, and they're still running the football at an amazing clip against a huge Florida State defensive front.
Now the left side of the offensive line, Mikhail Boley, Noah Josie. Those guys starters from the beginning of the season. But from center over to the right-hand side, it's been a juggling act because of injuries. Taylor, nowhere to go. That time behind the line of scrimmage, he was dragged down by Edwin Joseph. So now it's 3rd down and long. 3rd and at least 9, close to 10.
You want to at least come out of this with 3 if you're Virginia. So no negative plays. Be careful with the football. You want to at least be able to attempt a field goal. And if you're Florida State, you want to get out of here. See if you can create some kind of negative play. Just don't get the ball thrown over your head. There's some confusion in the back end.
Taylor went in motion. Empty backfield. The catch made by Edrin. Fighting for extra yards. Grinds his way down to about the 25-yard line. Just short. Jabril Rawls was there first.
Jamal Edrin is 6'3", 221 pounds, and you saw all of it right there.
It's 4th down and about 1.5 yards. Well, they went for it on 4th and 3. You have to know they're going for it on 4th down and less than that.
Yeah, they've got the hammer in the game, Jamari Taylor. If you're going to run it, I'd run it behind Noah Josie and Mikhail Boley on the left side of that offensive line.
Taylor has it. Another fourth down conversion for the Hoops.
This game has everything you want in football. Everything. Battles along the offensive line. Strategy. Going for it on fourth down. Cat and mouse between offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. This right here is the epitome of football.
The last touchdown drive for Virginia was 12 plays. The 11th play now of this drive. Back for Whaley. Into the red zone.
The offensive line taking over this game. And it was concern number one for Tony Elliott when we talked to him. How are we going to handle the length of this defensive front? Just look how big. Just look on your screen. You see the size of Florida State's defensive line. And his big guys up front are responding. They are getting bodies on bodies, getting people turned and creating seams.
Time on the play clock. It's down to 5. And now motion. We've only had 5 penalties tonight.
Offense, number 68, 5-yard penalty, second down.
That becomes the 6th. So each team with 3 penalties against. And that brings the line of scrimmage back outside the red zone. Second down and long, 2nd and 11. Chandler Morris underneath. Dakota Twitty inside the 15. He got most of what they needed. 3rd and very manageable. 3rd down and about 3.
Just being patient, throwing the ball underneath. Florida State secondary playing for the deep balls down the field, making sure they keep everything in front and just rally up and tackle. It's time-consuming, efficient football.
Jamari Taylor, jump cut in the backfield to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Virginia. Unless they march him down at the 11. It is a 1st down. Let's see where they spot the football. It might be 1st and 10 at the 11, but it is a fresh set of downs. So they can get another 1st down inside the 1. A drive that's approaching 7 minutes off the clock. Taylor lowers his shoulders into a mosh pit inside the 10.
Yeah, we've seen this at the NFL level. We see it at the college level. You see it at the high school level. The effect that this kind of drive, especially when you're running the football like this, what it does to the morale of your football team. When you just can't slow it down and the clock is just ticking. I mean, it's amazing what is happening here considering the deficiencies. And you see Tony White, the defensive coordinator for Florida State, just going deep into his bag, trying to figure out how to get this slowed down.
Morris pulls it. Chandler Morris has a hat trick. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. A flag thrown, though, behind the play. It's coming down.
Holding. Offense, number 6. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
Pam Ross called for a hold, and the wry smile from the head coach.
Yeah, you can see it out on the perimeter. He was about to lose the defensive back. You can see him right here. He grabs. You see the right hand from Shaheem Brown. Just trying to free his guy up for a touchdown. And sometimes you can live with that as a coach. I mean, you don't want that obviously to happen on a touchdown run, but you understand what your guy's trying to do.
So now 2nd down and 14. Back at the 15. Morris, wheel route, drives it in! Xavier Brown, touchdown!
Just running the wheel route. Look, he's chasing from the get-go because he's having to peel and pick up the back. And you see right there, when you see a defender put his arm out like that, the reason why he's putting it out is because he knows he's out leveraged and he's going to lose the foot race battle, and he's trying to slow him down. Great play call once again by Des Kitchens.
Lewis.
Just a methodical drive.
16 plays, 75 yards.
I mean, it just takes the life out of you, and it was just so efficient, a lot of maturity, and it ends in 6.
Welcome back to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Ram Trucks. The last 2 Hoos drives, 28 total plays, both resulting in touchdowns. And Lewis, all in all, 14 minutes and 11 seconds time of possession on those 2 drives combined.
Keep saying it. It just takes so much out of you defensively, and infuses your team with confidence that you can snatch the wheel from your opponent if you want to, and they know it's coming. That's how you want to play football at the highest level.
ESPN College Football Primetime is presented by Ram, official sponsor of the College Football Playoff.
The most iconic win, arguably, in Virginia history when they stormed the field 30 years ago over number 2 Florida State. Adrian Burnham punched the ball out as Warwick Dunn tried to break the plane on the last play of the game. One of only 6 all-time top 10 wins for Virginia's program. 2 of those, though, against Florida State, including that iconic 1995 win. I saw Tiki Barber, who, of course, was the star running back of that Virginia team, say he was on the sideline. And they direct snapped the ball to Warwick Dunn. And when that happened, Tiki said, "Oh, we're dead. It's over. He's going to score." And then all of a sudden, the defense stopped him at the goal line. And they stormed the field. Echoes of that tonight. That's how much fun this game's been. Castellanos to his main target, Deuce Robinson again. Robinson, back shoulder, 30 yards.
They have no answer for Deuce Robinson. They put the 6'4" Jordan Robinson on him to try and get a better size and length matchup. And Tommy Castellanos just puts it right on the money. That back shoulder, I mean, it's pinpoint.
7 catches, 134 yards for Deuce Robinson. Castellanos off play action. Looking for the same guy, same route. And that time underthrown. Robinson, instead of looking back shoulder, was just headed down the sideline.
Yeah, if you're Virginia, you got to think about maybe going a little double team, a little cloud corner, trying to get a jam at the line of scrimmage, rolling a safety over top and take him out of this. Because right now, I mean, 7 for 134, you've got to slow him down. But at the same time, you got to commit enough defenders to the box to slow down this run game.
Croma spins out of a tackle in the backfield. And what a terrific run to just pick up a couple of yards. Daniel Rickard got through first, but he couldn't bring down Usman Croma.
They slowed him down just long enough for Cam Robinson to come in pursuit.
3rd down and 8.
You see that clock, 6 minutes and 26 seconds. With the way Virginia has been holding on to the football, if you're Florida State, you're thinking, we got to find a way to pick up this first. Is this 2-down territory if you get a nice positive play here?
Four-man rush. Crosser is there. Short of the first down. They rally to bring down Makai Danzy. 4th down and 2.
And here it is. This is what we're just talking about. You get a nice positive gain, get yourself in 4th and short. It's got to be 2-down territory. And now, you see they're bringing in speed. Here comes Squirrel White, number 4, coming onto the field. Everybody play your assignment if you're Virginia. If you're Gus Malzahn, you're saying, Tommy Castellanos, go to work, make the right decision.
He sneaks under center. Squirrel White in motion. They fake the end around. Castellanos gets it himself and more. Slides down to the 30-yard line for the second 4th down conversion of the night for Florida State.
It's the great read on the part of Tommy. He makes the right decision here. See, he's going to fake the end around. Then he's got like a 3-level flood concept on the outside. Doesn't see anything he likes immediately and says, look, I got space. I'm picking this up.
11 carries, 69 yards rushing for Castellanos. And a touchdown. Now he'll throw. Check that quarterback draw. And he sits down. Actually took a loss of a yard. He's on Freebard, pressured him, and Cam Robinson there as well.
And what were we talking about? Maybe going a little bit of zone, trying to get some jams on the outside and preventing this passing game. That's exactly what Virginia went to. Everybody was covered up. Tommy had to pull the ball down. And as you pointed out, he takes a loss on the play. So that's a major win right there for Virginia in this 2nd and long situation.
Blitz. Castellanos squeezes one in again to Deuce Robinson. About a yard, maybe a yard and a half shy of the 1st down.
Here they come with a 5-man pressure. You get one-on-one on the outside. Castellanos reads it perfectly. He goes, bingo, I've got one-on-one again to my guy, Deuce Robinson. who is just having a career type of night.
They mark him down at the 23, so it's 3rd down and 2.
Look at that, 8 for 144, 18 average.
Chroma bouncing off contact at the line of scrimmage. He's short. 4th down and 1. Florida State's 2 for 2 on 4th down, and they'll have to try it again. 3:15 to go.
You see him bringing in the big boys, some extra tight ends. You see Amari Williams, 40 coming in, 18 Landon Thomas. This is where you got to be on top of it from a secondary standpoint. It looks like an easy run formation.
Play fake for Castellanos. He's in trouble. To the sideline. Underthrown. Possibly intercepted. It doesn't matter. One way or the other, Virginia's got the football. Cam Robinson didn't buy the fake. He pressured Castellanos.
I mean, this is perfect. I said, as a secondary, you have to be on it, meaning keep your eyes on your work. They brought in the big people, making you think they're going to run it, but they throw it. That's how you answer the bell if you're Virginia's defense.
Virginia gets the stop on downs. They've got the ball back. Florida State has their timeouts. The 2-minute timeout is there to help them as well, but they need a 3 and out. Jamari Taylor spins for only about 1.5 yards. And there is timeout number 1 called by Mike Norvell.
First charge timeout, Florida State. It'll be 30 seconds.
Well, Lewis, let's take a look at our dynamic play of the game, brought to you by T. Rowe Price.
And you just see it here. How about this wheel route? Just a beautiful throw from Chandler Morris to Xavier Brown. Got the one-on-one coverage against Elijah Herring. And Chandler Morris, bad thumb and all, just drops it in there perfectly. I mean, what a heck of a game. 3 ties, 2 lead changes. How much the turnovers have made a difference, because both teams have capitalized on them. Chandler Morris, 223 pass yards. He responded well to the interceptions. And then the Virginia defense just showing up in that heavy run formation. The secondary not falling for it. Now can they close it out? Can Florida State get the ball back?
There might be some traffic on the field if Virginia holds on. A keeper for Morris. Another timeout called by FSU. He's 3 yards short. Earl Little made the stop on Chandler Morris.
Florida State. It will be 30 seconds.
2.5 minutes to go. And this, only the first half of our doubleheader tonight. ESPN College Football Primetime heads out west. Houston, Oregon State. Coming up next, Connor Wegman will try and continue a hot start for the Cougs. They are 3-0 for the first time since 2016, and their defense has showed out.
Connor Wegman, fantastic prospect, former Texas A&M Aggie. As you mentioned, the defense, we always love good defense. Always love good defense in this booth. They are off to a great start. They got their work cut out for them to top this game.
Now 3rd down and 3. Are you putting the ball in the air here, potentially off play action if you're Virginia, knowing that a first down basically wins you the game?
Look, I'm going to trust my quarterback. I'm going to trust him to make good decisions in the run game. He's done that in the zone read game. If you have some kind of RPO, I'm putting full trust in him.
They trust Jamari Taylor. FSU trusts their defensive front, and that pays off. Darrell Jackson Jr. right at the line of scrimmage met Jamari Taylor. And now downfield, Edrin and Rawls have to be separated. Boy, the last thing one of these two teams needs right here is a personal foul. The last timeout spent by Florida State.
Well, Jamal Edrin had to Bill Rawls on his back. You're going to see it right here. He basically looks him up and dumps him, and then puts his forearm in his face, kind of holds him down to the ground, said, come on, let him up. Look, that's just, as a defensive back, that's not what you want. You don't want a wide receiver doing that to you, but Jamal Edrin is 6'3", 220. He's no joke. That's what this game has been. It's been physical like this all night long.
And the FSU defense did their job.
They sure
had to get a 3 and out.
Sure did.
And the punt group will be coming out for Virginia. So it will be on UVA's defense one more time to try and get a stop. And boy, 2:26, even without timeouts.
Yeah, it's a lot
Clock
of time.
stopping with first downs inside of the last couple of minutes. That's an eternity in college football.
You're Florida State right now. What are you telling your punt return unit? Hey, stay off the punter. Let's set up the return. We got Squirrel White back there. Let's see if we can pop one.
Squirrel White had a very good return in the first half. This, a low line drive. He'll let it bounce. And it's down inside the 35 by Virginia. So pretty good field position for Tommy Castellanos. Florida State needs a touchdown, and they have plenty of time to get it done. 2:18. They have the 2-minute timeout. And Tommy Castellanos has been here before, 4 times. He has won when trailing or tied in the fourth quarter.
He's just so dangerous. With his dual threat capabilities, he's thrown the football very well here tonight. Deuce Robinson has just gone off in this football game. So if you're Virginia, you're thinking, look, we got to keep Tommy contained. We got to make sure we take care of wide receiver 0. Roll some coverage to him while at the same time taking care of this run game.
They just took Deuce Robinson off the field. He was on the field, and one of the assistants pulled him off. So their number 1 receiver's not out there. Castellanos escapes the pocket right up the middle of the field. Gets all the way to the 50 before he slides.
Rush lanes, rush lanes, rush lanes.
And it looks like that's going to get us down to the 2-minute timeout. They can't get another snap off before the 2-minute.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
Can Florida State tie the game? They've got 2 minutes to get it done. Scott Stadium has been a fun place to be tonight. Bob Wischusen and Louis Riddick, Chris Button, Matt Austin with you. Florida State trying to stay unbeaten. Virginia trying to do something for only the 4th time in their history. Win against a top 10 opponent when they're unranked. They have to hold on for 2 more minutes to do it. FSU has to have a touchdown. And they are out of timeouts. Change of the play for Tommy Castellanos. Plenty of time on the play clock. Clean pocket. To the sideline. Drops it in. All the way down inside the 20-yard line goes LaWayne McCoy. Out of bounds at the UVA 17. He picks up 34.
Corner Donovan Platt. Got to split the 2 wide receivers running down the right boundary.
Sawchuk. Inside the 15, down to about the 13-yard line. He's got 4 yards on first down.
You don't get any pass rush and you have breakdowns in the secondary, you're going to give up explosives. Tommy Castellanos is too good, seeing the field too well.
The pitch to Sawchuk. To the 10-yard line. Hammers out of bounds, close to a first down. And that'll stop the clock as well with 1:27 to go.
Down here is where the running ability of the quarterback makes it 11-on-11 football. This was always my favorite area of the field because it's about assignment football. It's a thinking man's game down here. There's no margin for error. as a defender. And offensively, when you got a quarterback like Castellanos, he just puts so much pressure on you.
Goal to go for Florida State. Castellanos on a keeper. Tries to throw the ball. I think he was down. Daniel Rickert at the 11-yard line, dragged into the turf.
You're going to see Rickert. Wood makes a fantastic play. Just watch the knees down.
The clock running as well. Virginia does have their timeouts. 5-man rush. Castellanos out of the pocket. He's in trouble. Jump ball in the end zone. Throws it through the back, and it hits the goalpost.
You know how we talked about defending the goal line. Virginia does a nice job of defending the goal line. Imagine the pattern down the field in the pass rush. Just relentless getting after Castellanos, trying to keep him in the pocket. Can they hold on? 2 more downs. Or can Tommy Castellanos find a way to win this football game?
Bunched tight right in the slot is Deuce Robinson. Keep your eyes on number 0. Virginia with a 5-man blitz. Castellanos off his back foot again for Robinson. No. Overthrew it. And that time Prevard had him blanketed. It comes down to this. 4th down and goal from the 11.
Real good job of zone coverage. Picking up the patterns, matching them down the field, rushing with lane integrity. They brought 5, trying to get some pressure on the quarterback. They're trying to balance pass rush with coverage. You can't give Castellanos all day long.
Deuce Robinson
He's
now solo right.
There you see him at the top of the screen right there. They got 2 guys over there. They got a corner and a safety shading to him.
They bring another blitz. Castellanos on the move. Castellanos into the end zone. Diving attempt. Touchdown! Randy Pittman, the tight end, traps it. Florida State a point after away from a tie. What a catch by Pittman.
And what an incredible throw. Castellano got drilled after he let this ball go. You see Pittman got his elbows underneath. Ball doesn't look like it's moving.
And that's the key. The ball can touch the ground if the receiver is deemed to have full control of it.
It doesn't look like it moved at all. That's a heck of an effort by Randy Pittman, returning from injury.
It looked like he trapped it right to his chest.
Sure did. Castellanos got drilled, rolling to his left, and puts it right where it needs to be.
And we have a chance to again listen in to the ACC Operations Center as they will review the touchdown.
That's your car view right there.
Firm grip and control.
Yeah, guys,
It all stays where it is.
nothing shows me any different.
I agree. So right now, based off of this, the ruling on the field is upheld.
Copy that. I'm good.
One more coming in. One more coming in.
We're good.
Oh, wait, hold on.
One more coming in. One more coming in,
Something
Nate.
is coming in.
I got it.
Something coming in.
Program, 1 moment.
It's the handheld on that goal line.
Got it. Hold on. Let's just take a look here.
Okay, you have it slowed down.
Good.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, hold on. Let's keep going. The ruling on the field is going to be upheld. We
Yes,
saw this.
sir.
We're good.
Copy. I'm good.
All right,
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. All right, Mark.
Further review, the ruling on the field is upheld.
It is a touchdown. And rightfully so.
Yeah, that's a big-time play. Big-time play.
So Weinberg for the point after. Now there's 36 seconds on the clock. Virginia still has all 3 of their timeouts. But we are now tied again. What a response again by Florida State.
You're just going to see Randy Pittman. He's coming out into your screen. He's the number 2 receiver in this 3-by-1. Go ahead and let it run. And you're going to see him. There he is in the slot. He's just going to run a little out and up. And Castellanos now just has to improvise, and so does Pittman. And he just banks on the fact that Pittman's going to break off his route, work back to the football. Castellanos off balance, getting drilled. He has to lay out with the defender on his back, secure the football through the ground, not have it moved in a high-pressure situation. That's just incredible execution. Incredible execution.
That's as gutsy as it gets.
It sure is. That's big time football between 2 of their very best players on the offensive side of the ball. They were excited about Pittman Jr. returning today to play.
Florida State, Boise State. They're the only 2 teams in America that have not allowed a kickoff return yet this season. And we won't get one here. That also means, though, that the clock stays put. 36 seconds remain, and Virginia has all 3 timeouts. Will Bettridge, 18 of 21 kicking field goals the last 2 years in a row. He's in the top 5 all 10 for Virginia. In points scored, his career-long 47. And that's about where Tony Elliott told us his maximum range is. They run it with Jamari Taylor. And will they call a timeout? They will. So they tried to catch Florida State expecting a pass. Darrell Jackson didn't buy it.
Virginia, it'll be 30 seconds.
So a run play up the middle for no gain cost them 9 seconds. Bettridge would love a chance. But they've got a lot of real estate between where they are right now.
It's an interesting play call. I think the fans are screaming. They were thinking maybe it was a face mask. A little bit of a high tackle. You're just kind of wondering what was going on there as far as the play call. What's Tony Elliott thinking right here? Now you got 2nd and long. You got to work the boundaries, work the passing game. Make good decisions if you're Chandler Morris, if you're going to try and win this game in regulation.
And got all your timeouts, so the whole field is at your disposal. He's out of the pocket. He's going to take off and run. There goes Chandler Morris. Across the 40-yard line.
And now it makes you wonder, again, what was the point of running the football on first down? I mean, this is the kind of thing you got to trust your quarterback to do. Make good decisions, use his legs if necessary, take what's there. Work the sidelines. You have the timeouts.
They do feel like they have to get Bettridge inside of the 35-yard line to be in his range. Looping throw down the sideline for an interception. Jabril Rawls picks off Chandler Morris. 12 seconds to go in regulation. Florida State has no timeouts yet left, and they are all the way down at about their own 30-yard line, so it looks like overtime.
This is what he's trying to run, this little flag drop. But watch the corner. Watch number 11. He plays this perfectly. This is how you play it in too high. If he goes inside, you go ahead and just pass it off, and then you drive at 45 degrees for depth to help out your safety if he can't get over top. That is textbook corner play in cover 2. Force the receiver inside and then sink for depth. Protect against the 7 route, and then you make the pick. You can't do it any better than that. Chandler Morris has got to know. You got to know. But man, that is good defensive back play. That makes me happy when I watch defensive backs play with that kind of fundamental sound technique. That's the way you coach it up.
And we will have overtime. Without any timeouts left, Mike Norvell just has Tommy Castellanos take a knee. Overtime in a moment.
Welcome to Overtime, presented by Cheez-It.
It's crunch time. In the first overtime, each team gets a possession starting at the opponent's 25-yard line. If it goes to a second overtime, teams again start at the 25-yard line, but must attempt a 2-point conversion after a touchdown with no extra points allowed. From the third overtime on, teams alternate 2-point conversion attempts from the 3-yard line until the game is decided.
We have now arrived at overtime. Florida State, a 500 team. When the game goes to overtime, Virginia 4-9 all time. And it looks like Virginia has won the toss. And you elect to play defense because you want your offense to go out there knowing what they need.
There you go. The area of the field I love the most, as I stated earlier, in the red zone, in this case high red zone, if you want to call that, at the plus 25. It's a thinking man's game. Smart football is going to win down here. This is high drama, man. You got to love this.
And Tommy Castellanos in the backfield with a true freshman tailback in Ousmane Kroma to start overtime. Kroma, not much on first down. Couple of yards to the 23. Second down and 8. The tackle made by Fisher K-Mac.
Mr. K-Mac has had a solid game against the run, getting some pressure, making good decisions on the edge as far as run support. Here you go, second down. This is Tommy Castellanos' area of the football field. Again, 11-on-11 football. His running ability is such a problem, and we've seen how he can throw it tonight.
The give to Kroma. Inside the 20-yard line. Third down and 3. Cut down by Prebar. Castellanos sneaks under center. Fakes the jet sweep. The throwback, underthrown and incomplete. He tried to set up Sacha. Now it's fourth down and 3. And it looks like Mike Norvell, for the first time tonight, is going to send out the field goal group. But check that they missed a field goal earlier. This is the second try for Weinberg, but from closer.
That may have scored. You had big Jameer Carter trying to get out there on that screen, giving it all he got. Wow.
36 yards to try and give FSU the overtime lead. Down the middle. But now a touchdown wins it for UVA.
Oh, boy.
That's why you play defense first, right? Now your offense goes out there knowing all the cards they've been dealt.
That's right. You know what you need. You know what you need. Who are the key players here? Chandler Morris, his decision-making. Jamari Taylor and Xavier Brown, they've been running the football with abandon. Got to make good decisions.
And it is Jamari Taylor lined up behind Morris.
Florida State, you got to communicate and you got to tackle. You got to get these backs on the ground.
Modest gain of close to 3 on first down for Jamari Taylor. Deontay McCray made the tackle. Second down and a long 7. Taylor again. Into a wall of bodies at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down. Deontay McCray again led the charge for FSU.
Now you figure they're going to put the ball up in the air. Here comes Cam Ross onto the football field. The dynamic slot player. It's 3rd and a little bit longer, 3rd and 7. What kind of coverage are you anticipating? You're going to get some man coverage, getting a bunch set, try and get a natural pick route. That's what it looks like they're lined up at the top of the screen. Maybe anticipating some man coverage.
Here's a blitz. Spinning out, Chandler Morris. On the move across his body. Getting mugged inside the 10-yard line, knocked down Dakota 20. The entire Virginia sideline exploding, hoping for a flag. Nothing comes out, and here comes the field goal group.
You're going to see Twitty going across your screen. Let's take a look at it here on the replay. As he contacted early, you see Shaheem Brown. Looks like he may have gotten there early. Wasn't looking for the football.
So Bettridge to try and tie it. And now a timeout called by Florida State before the field goal.
Florida State. It'll be 30 seconds.
As they will try and ice Will Bettridge. Worth another look to see if Dakota Twitty was interfered with or not, Lewis.
Yeah, you see Shaheem Brown, number 1. He's trying to time it up just right. Boy, that is close. I mean, Twitty doesn't really go for the football because he sees the bodies that are coming. That is a close call.
39 yards for Bettridge. And he converts, and we play on. We will step aside for 60 seconds and come back with overtime number 2.
Timeout on the field.
Well, Zubin, yes, indeed. Overtime number 2. And now if you score a touchdown, you're compelled to go for 2. And it will be Virginia with the football first in the second overtime. Xavier Brown now the tailback. Rolling out Morris. Underneath. The catch made by Cam Ross. He picks up 6 down to the 19-yard line. Jerry Wilson wrapped him up. And now they're going to play with some tempo here in overtime. Trying to keep the FSU defense on the field. Quick snap, high snap. The pitch to Brown. To the 15. Spin cycle down to the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal. Virginia at the 9.
The running backs have driven the bus all game long for Virginia. Xavier Brown, Jamari Taylor, a little Harrison Way-Lee.
Brown again. Pile drives right up the middle. Met by Deontay McCray. Helped out by Shaheem Brown as well. Picked up a yard.
Where's the play action pass? Put in big people, make them think they're going to run it. You've been smashing it down their throat all game long. Hard play action. Do you throw it here? Do you continue to feed the backs? That's what you're thinking as a defender. And if you're Tony Elliott, you're thinking, what's the right play call here?
Well, they load up with 2 tight ends. Direct snap coming, it looks like. Jamari Taylor lines up to take the direct snap. Flags down as Taylor gets to the edge. Stays on his feet inside the 5 and gets bumped out of bounds.
You get offsides, Florida State.
That's what Tony Elliott thinks.
Defense. Tony is half the distance to the goal. It's still second down.
So they basically get the same number of yards that Taylor just gained, but they also get the down back.
Yeah, it's Jabril Rawls. He's trying to get a jump on it. He's figuring, I'm that man on the line of scrimmage. I'm forced in run support. Let me get a head start before this train starts coming down the tracks.
So now it's second down and goal, but at the 4. Again, 2 tight ends. Play action for Morris. Rolling out. Tucks it under. Hunting the pylon. He got there. Touchdown.
See Chandler Morris trying to protect that football, make sure it doesn't get knocked out. Looks like a touchdown.
Now Virginia sent their point after group out. It's the second overtime. You have to put your offense back on the field because now you have to go for 2. They sent their extra point group out. And Mike Norvell is wondering why they reset the play clock, because Virginia sent the wrong personnel group on the field. Chris?
Yeah, as soon as they scored, Tony Elliott held up one hand and they had one finger to all run out there, and he's looking at his staff being like, I thought it was the 3rd overtime, not the 2nd.
So you have to go for 2 in overtime number 2. And Mike Norvell was upset, I think rightfully so, because they reset the play clock and allowed the offense to come back out. So here's the 2-point try. Morris to throw. Into the end zone. Crossing the back of the end zone with a flag out. They've got the 2-point play. Trell Harris tight-roped the back line. We'll have to check the marker.
I think you're going to get defensive holding, pass interference on Florida State.
Holding. Defense. And 11. Change the time. Special play. The try is good.
See Trell Harris working the back of the end zone. Secures the catch. Left foot down. Successful play. Been saying it all game long, Trell Harris is going to play a significant role in this game. There you see the catch is made. That left foot comes down inbounds.
Really on the field, a successful 2-point conversion is under further review.
Well, we would think this would probably be a pretty quick review.
Again, the catch, it's secured.
And let's hear what they're saying again in the ACC Operations Center.
Hey, Dave, we're looking at the back feet.
Got it. I'm at the back left foot.
Bravo and Charlie, your best ones.
Yeah, but that doesn't help.
How about Delta? Delta's the front.
So I'm looking at Delta because we see control here on replay D. He was in.
House handheld's coming in now.
And so now that left foot is the foot that we're trying to identify if it's inbounds or if it's touching the white.
Yeah.
And based off of this look on replay D, we can't tell on this.
Take a look at F.
Like it's in.
F's the near handheld.
That's the near handheld.
Slowed down.
Okay.
Nothing from the low end zone.
Yeah, that's a low end. No, it's.
We already saw that one.
We already see it.
Yeah, and so now we're getting this one coming in.
G, we already saw.
G, we already saw.
That's behind.
Ruling on the field based off of this is upheld.
Upheld, yes, sir.
And we're done with the replay, so the ruling on the field is upheld.
I'm with it, thanks.
So the 2-point play will be good.
For further view, the ruling on the field is upheld. Try is good.
So Virginia gets through the confusion of having to run their offense back on the field to try a 2-point play, and it's successful. And now they've got the full 8-point lead. So now Florida State knows exactly what they need.
How fortunate is Tony Elliott to have the time to still get his offensive personnel on the field and not get a delay of game penalty.
So Castellanos back to work. Play action, screen out to the right, Robinson. Only about 3 yards. And remember, Florida State, when they lost the toss and knew they had to start on offense, they chose to go down towards the alums at the other end of the stadium to begin overtime. Now, they are trying to run their offense right into the student section.
With the band right off there behind their bench.
Blitz. Incomplete. Pittman couldn't haul it in. And now it's 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, just a miss by Castellanos. He had him sitting down in that zone void. Just got to put it on him. But obviously everything here is 2 down, so now you just got to figure out how to convert and get a fresh set of down to get this ball in the end zone. Who have been your guys? Obviously, we've been talking about it all game long. Deuce Robinson. Now he's at the top of your screen. Is he going to get help? Is he going to be one-on-one?
Castellanos looking that way. Guess who? Bobbled. Did he hold on? Deuce Robinson. Did he have control before he went out of the back of the end zone? They say he did for the touchdown.
I don't know, Bob. I don't know. This is going to be close.
The student section
disagrees. This is going to be super close. As you see, he ran a double move. There's the bobble. Doesn't have control. Doesn't have control. Ball still bouncing around. I think his foot winds up hitting the back of the end zone.
The concentration's amazing to gather it in, but does he have control with a foot down?
They consider that control.
There's a 2nd foot down, but does he still not quite have control?
That ball is still kind of moving on his fingertips.
Matt Austin's our rules expert. And Matt, we're going super slow-mo here, but at what point would you say he had control during the process of that catch?
Well, I think you have to go slow in this case, Bob. Originally, I thought he did have control, but that last slow motion shot looked like he was still bobbling the ball as he was out of bounds. So I think this should be an incomplete pass.
Yep, I agree. I see it the same way. That ball's starting to move around.
Well, let's hear what the operations center has to say, because they will be the final determination.
All right, we're on the near card.
Replay Charlie's also slowed down.
So if you go to near card.
Bravo.
Yep.
Okay, so slow that down. See, bring that back.
Yeah.
Boom, wait, look.
Everything from TV is slowed down.
Wait. Yes, I hear you. So what here is, we're going to try to see that there is control. Okay, so now this is where that control piece is. Now the ruling on the field is a touchdown.
He's still moving here. Still moving.
Bring that back. Moving.
Moving.
Nothing from TV.
He's still moving, and then first step out of the
Yeah. Would we agree that there's no control until he gets out?
Yes.
Yes.
Agree.
Reverse.
Yes.
Are we all in agreement?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Hey, we're going to
So
reverse.
hold on, we need to go back to our previous spot here.
Our previous spot is going to be the plus 22 yard line, hash 5.
22, position 5.
Okay, 22-yard line, position 5.
3rd down. Line to gain is going to be the
15-yard line.
15-yard line.
15-yard line to gain. Okay.
Yeah, the chains haven't moved.
All right, so we're going to be third. It's going to be 3rd down.
No, it's 4th down.
4th down.
It's going to be 4th down. 4th down.
Thank you, guys. under further review. Pass was incomplete.
We just can't thank the ACC enough for allowing us to listen to that conversation. And Nate Black, our referee as well. The transparency is tremendous, and their communication has been on par all night long.
It's so good.
So now it's 4th down after the incompletion. Florida State trying to keep the game alive.
If you're John Rudzinski, the defensive coordinator for Virginia, do you play coverage or you come after the quarterback? Looks like they're going to play coverage.
False start. A student section induced false start. Well, now it's 4th and 12. Timeout called by Mike Norvell. Before the snap.
First timeout. Florida State will be 30 seconds.
Lewis, almost like a basketball timeout. It seemed Mike Norvell wanted to see what Virginia was in.
For sure.
And maybe there was going to be a blitz, and he realized it and called timeout. But this, the crucial decision a moment ago, and I think the right decision, right?
No question. It was a perfect route. Little stutter go. You know they're going to their guy. He's been eating all night long. Just got to look it in and secure the catch, and we're already on to maybe a 3rd overtime. But now, I mean, here it is. If you're Virginia, you got to make sure you take care of him. You can't let zero beat you. You got to rush with lane integrity. This is going to be about Tommy Castellanos. Do his feet come into play here? He's going to have to scramble for this. They're going to take away his #1 option. You got to take away his #1 option. Play some zone, keep some eyes on the quarterback. This is high drama. I mean, this is theater right here.
4th down and 12 to keep the game alive in overtime #2. Here comes the blitz. Castellanos in trouble. Heaves one towards the end zone. Intercepted. It's over. Virginia has done it. We're going to listen for you. We have no idea where you are.
Congratulations, coach. Signature win under your era here. What made this possible?
To God be the glory. Hey, this man here, the staff, the players, they believe, the fans showed up, but the glory goes to God.
He did it while he was injured. We have an injured offensive line. How did your offense get it done today?
They just found a way. Said it was going to be a 4-quarter game, 1 possession. Hey, just believe. I don't know who's going to make a play, but he found a way. He's got a heart of a champion.
Chandler, you've been at a lot of stops. What does this mean to be here your senior year, look around, and knock off a top 10 team here at Virginia?
I mean, it was O-line. We controlled the scrimmage. We had 17 play drives, and play after play after play, 1 play at a time. That's what this team's all about.
Your coach said you can't try and be FSU. You have to be yourselves. How did that show up tonight?
I told the offense today after walkthrough, I said, don't make this a bigger game than it is. I said, play UVA football, and we're going to win this game.
You've known this man, your head coach, a long time. What does it mean to have this embrace in this moment?
This is why I came here to experience this with him. This is why I came here.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
It will not be quiet in Whoville tonight.
I mean, just look at that scene. Look at that mass of people. I mean, this is why I love college football, okay? That's what it's all about. The bands, the music, the kids, the drama. Can never get enough of this.
For Louis Riddick and Chris Budden, I'm Bob Wischusen. Thanks so much for watching. We say so long from Charlottesville, Virginia over Florida State. It's time for Houston and Oregon State.